Hi everyone. Oh, where's all my players? They've all vanished.
We don't like you anymore. We don't want to play games with you.
I did a thing where I removed all of you from the screen.
Oh,
hi everyone. How's everybody doing? Guess what? No one is here today. This is the end of the stream back.
We'll pass the stealth roll as well.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what a fail.
Signs the DM is descending into madness.
Look, okay, this is what happens on the best of days. But
we're all here.
We will fix this. This is a very easy fix. Don't worry. I did this recently. God. Player frames. Okay, we're going to get rid of your frames basically, and I'm just going to add in the Discord. Oh, actually. Oh, this might
each other's characters.
This might work. Hold on. Discord everyone. Aha! There you all are. Look at that. That was quick and easy to do.
Woohoo.
We're so
yeah.
tiny,
You're teeny, but I'm
babies.
making you bigger.
Tiny little babies.
There you go.
Everybody raise your right hand.
Oh, well, God, don't do this. don't ever do this shit
Oh
again.
God, don't do it.
No. Okay.
You have no say here.
I think that is Discord everyone. I think that's you guys. I think this is good. Nice. And up there to there. And there's everyone. Hi. Everyone is here. And you can talk?
Yep.
Hey, it works. It works. Hi guys. It's been a bloody minute, hasn't it?
So bloody. So minute.
So
What
so
year
bloody.
is it?
About to be a bloody minute.
Year is it?
I've had at least 3 periods since the last time we played, I
Really?
swear.
Damn.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Is that
when
all
last
in
time
one
it was.
week?
May 11th, 2025.
Is that the
At
last
least
time we
2
played? Holy shit, that's not good.
Or was that the last period that you had?
Wouldn't you like to know, Mr. Government?
They just coincide with each other now. It's just D&D and the Crimson Wave just all strike at the same time. Okay, guys, we're back. Sorry, I'm eating peanuts. Now, we will have a little recap as to what's been going on. But before we do that, we'll do our standard introductions. We have a full party today, which is insane. I can't even believe that. Oh, I'm just going to adjust my camera slightly. It's bugging me. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, it's wild that we have a full party here today. This hasn't happened in bloody ages, actually. The longest time. So, I'm Mo. I'm your Dungeon Daddy. And I am very excited to be running this campaign, which is the Dungeon of the Mad Mage, which we're now on session 11. You know, guys, we've been playing D&D as this group, the group of Vagjazzle, for over a year. Like,
Happy
properly.
anniversary.
Over. I mean, like, I'm talking like 18 months, maybe even. Like,
Yeah, we didn't celebrate.
Yeah, we didn't celebrate. We should have celebrated a year. It's funny that it's like we played a year, but we haven't even had 12 sessions. It's like, how is this possible? But no, it's been really cool. It's been absolutely awesome. So, with me out of the way, who is boring, I'm going to go from what I can see on my screen, but I'm going to go from what I'm looking at right to left. So I'm going to start with Shasta.
Wish you wouldn't. Hi. I am Shasta Katz. I play Thundara Stoneheart, a Goliath barbarian who loves all things pink and glittery and girly and frilly and my fun fact is that if you heat up goblin bones, they make excellent hair curlers.
Heat it up.
Yeah.
Heat it up.
Like with the fireball.
I like
Glad
this.
Have you done that?
Nice. Very nice.
Ethically sourced, of course.
Ethically sourced goblin bone. How does one ethically source goblin bone? Just, for those who might
with
be
consent.
Well,
Have your book.
don't tell the rest of the party, but after Welvrin scorched those many, many, many goblins. While they were all asleep, I went and collected those fireballed bones, and I curled my hair.
Amazing. I love this.
Beautiful.
Needed a little touch-up.
All right.
Snaps.
Let's move on to CG.
Hello. I am playing Zehas, a Water Genasi Druid, and my fun fact is a bit of a long one, so buckle in.
Oh, God.
When I, Zehas, first learned to speak with plants, I did what any wide-eyed druid would do. I burned through all of my energy, talking to as many plants as I could, until I found it. A single frond, drifting serenely in the tides off the coast of Icewind Dale, radiating peace, wisdom, and calmness. It spoke deep truths, like even the sharpest coral softens after time. And in that moment, I realized I had not merely found a plant, I had found a faith. I've not really spoken about Zehas's beliefs in the Pantheon, but since meeting this frond, I found the gods to be petty, distracted from us, and moistureless, most importantly. But this kelp, the floating prophet, it changed me. That's right, I am a fundamentalist kelpthian. I believe, without a doubt, that this kelp is a deity as yet undiscovered, a divine entity of stillness, flow, and mildly passive-aggressive wisdom. I return to it day after day, taking quotes from it, gathering its wisdom, chronicling its teachings, for the beginnings of a book that I call The Tide Does Not Define You, A Frond Farewell to Worry, which I have here.
Oh my God.
It's a New Testament, if you will, for now. I serve as the humble scribe for this frond, deciphering its prophecies, but one day I shall become a shepherd in the name of the great kelp.
And that's D&D. Goodbye.
Multi-class cleric.
This is incredible. I don't even know where to begin. I'm trying to write notes on all of this, and it's like zooming through as you're talking, and I'm just like, holy shit, I don't even have time to react to this madness, CG. This is, guys, I was going to say, this is what happens, right, when you give people 4 weeks in between sessions. Right?
More than that.
Yeah, they come back at you with some fucking crazy shit. I'm here for it.
God, I want a copy of that notebook.
I'll put it, because I'm quite small,
Help,
I'll put
I
a
need
picture
somebody.
in banter.
Yes, please.
Brilliant. Oh, it would actually be good if you sent me some pictures, and maybe I'll put it as an Instagram post as well, with a little bit of your explanation. Maybe we'll make like a little video.
Oh my God.
Okay. It's beautiful.
Buckle in, it's a long one.
All right, let's go to Derek.
Nice.
How the fuck am I supposed to? Okay.
I know. I was very worried he was going to say my name and be like, I don't know how to follow that.
It's just the
How do
order
you
on my
follow that?
screen. You're just coming up in the order on my screen. In reverse.
All right. Well, I'm Derek. I'm playing Welvrin. A Drow warlock.
What am I?
And my fun fact is that despite Welvrin's calloused exterior, he has an inexplicable soft spot for tiny, fluffy creatures, and has been known to use his Burning Hands spell slot to gently toast marshmallows and nuts for these creatures.
Oh.
Secretly,
May I offer Anne Muffin in your trying time?
They're teeny little animal hands, and they're
You know what you sound like? That little shrimp from Shark Tales that's talking about its family. And it's like trying to not get in.
Thank you.
That was so good.
That you took that positive way.
That was
And
perfect.
red.
Oh god.
Shasta.
Oxygen.
That was really good. I like that. So, you said you use your burning hands.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
There's a cream for that.
No.
That's a labor of love.
Yeah, there's no messing around there. All
Welvrin
right,
knows
No.
love.
Mojam.
Hello, I play Snickle Bristleback, a goblin ranger who loves and hates everything about plants. His fun fact today, he believes burying his 2 daggers overnight in rich soil helps them grow sharper. He calls it reliefing the edge.
What is it with you guys and puns?
I mean,
I'm not on this level.
Yeah.
okay,
that's
so
I
hold
love
on.
it.
He believes.
I wonder if it would. The
I love this.
granulars.
And what I love about this is that each time we add new things, it's like then in the game you start like referencing this stuff that you just
Fresh in
suddenly
your
like.
head.
It's like, oh yeah, this is what I did. No, but obviously because it's never come up because you're making it up on the spot, so you just have to like retcon your characters and be like, yeah, I always did that. Of course. How did you not notice?
I'm like George Lucas, you know?
Oh, amazing. Right. Kim.
Hi, I'm Kim. I play Marcella. I also just want to throw out there, I'm type A, okay? And we have had this is our 17th session, actually, so we've had more than 12.
That's 17 in total, including the last adventure.
Oh, with like when I
Is
was
that?
starting.
Oh, right. Yeah,
this
that
is
is
this
very
is
true.
11 of the Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
That's okay. Very valid. Anyway, my fun fact is that one of my bucket list items that I have is to party plan someone's wedding. And that like I really want to do something big and extravagant and crazy, but I've only ever had chances to do like birthday parties or reunions or like graduations and dinner parties, and I really
And
want to do
everything except a
something
wedding.
crazy. I know. I want to do something crazy.
Okay.
Can you party plan a rave?
Oops.
A rave. Now that would be
Rave.
crazy.
Okay.
That's
Crazy.
wild.
All
A
right.
rave
I
for
feel
the
like
rave?
that's. I feel like
A
that'd be
rave?
too crazy.
Too crazy.
Oh.
It
You're like,
would be
I don't know where to
too
find drug
out of
dealers.
control. Too out of control. I wouldn't be able to tell people to stick to their zones or things like that.
So is it
color
like
coded,
if you
so.
organize a wedding, then are you gonna have like control on the amount of alcohol to make sure that everyone does what they're supposed to do?
It's a set amount of tokens.
Watch Kelly, he's an alcoholic.
Marcella invites
I-
everybody for a rendezvous, and it becomes a Wraith Rave Rager.
The flicker of candlelight.
Oops.
Right. Case up.
Hi, I'm Kaiser and or Kelly Swift Whistle. I am a Hefling rogue, and my fun fact is one night when I was drinking, I wanted to get a tattoo, and she wanted this dagger, really cool dagger knife thing. What she got was a penis on her left butt cheek.
Oh my god.
Ew.
The photo.
Is that a dowsing rod?
It's a penis.
Wasn't a very good tattoo artist, to say the least.
Oh, God.
Tattoo artists, you
Demonetized.
just don't understand them.
Right.
More like a taboo artist.
Finally, we have our special guest star of the week. It's Anna. I don't know if you want to give any
I'm Anna. I'm
introduction.
playing an
There you
NPC,
go.
and my fun fact is Mom was wrong. Darkness is forever.
So now you know what we have in store for today. Where you guys were at, you were exploring level 2 of the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. You have a map of this entire level, which is why everything is revealed to you. As you were coming out from the Goblin Marketplace, you kind of overthrew the Goblin King. When I say overthrew, I mean killed, and took his place, but in disguise. So they still believe that he's alive, but in the form of Snickle, who's wearing his crown, and so appears as a human wandering around. Now, and not just any human, a very attractive, very charismatic appearing human. And as you were off exploring different things and different rooms, you came across some prisoners. You found a goblin who was imprisoned. You set her free after breaking her hands, then setting them back again. You found a dwarf who had been captured, and he was an adventurer, and you convinced him... Zahas convinced him to give up his adventuring ways and leave the dungeons, which he agreed to do, and he's gone up to the first level to escape and never to return. And then you started wandering around. You came across a room which was trapped, like booby-trapped, and there were 2 bugbears on the other side. You decided to not fall for their tricks and step into the corridor that was booby-trapped, so you went around. In going around, you came to this section which you have now been exploring, and you had just entered a room, or you finished exploring this room, but you had entered a room which had basically been filled magically with water. And so as you opened the door, you got smashed with like a huge amount of water. The water is now kind of like lying in a puddle on the floor, I guess, but you're okay, and you have gone and explored that area. So I don't know if any of you have notes from last time that you would like to share, but otherwise we can continue.
Good.
Sorry, go ahead.
So I was just gonna say, could I get a new link to the map? I can't get this one to load.
Yeah.
I found the link in the chat, in our chat that we're in.
Oh, have you already done that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always Shasta
Dink.
for whom it does not work.
It didn't
Yeah.
work for Snickle last time either. Yeah, again, it's not
Am I supposed to
working.
see the check marks? Because I see check marks in 10A, 10C, 10...
I mean, they're drawn
Yeah,
on the
we've
map
just
by
been
you
marking
guys.
where we've gone.
Yeah. I will put some music on for the other, not for you guys, but for everybody else.
I think last time we left, Thundar should have bog skin as well.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
How
I'm a
long does that
tree.
last for?
I'm a tree.
An hour.
Cool.
And I picked up the glass wand that was in here, right?
If it says so.
Well, I know that there was a glass wand, and I know that I'd want it, so I'm picking it up.
Yeah.
There was 24,000 cubic feet of water in this room, just to remind everybody.
Yeah, you did pick
Casey, I
up a
believe
glass
you
wand.
also have a glass wand, and am I right?
I don't think so. Yes,
Tattoo on her
I
head.
sure do.
Good wink.
That's-
It's
It's right
yeah, amazing.
here.
You can have a glass wand. You
It's a
you
dildo!
you don't. Yeah. I was going to say you have no idea how to use a glass wand, so yeah, you use it as a sex toy. Yeah, like
I
that's
do.
what this is for, right? It's just like,
I can't think of a single other reason to have that.
yeah, exactly.
I
Like
keep it.
this is electrifying. Okay, so
I'm not on the
what
map.
do you do? Where do you go? What do you want to do? You are free, my friends, to travel.
I think we should go see what's in 9D. Oh, I should probably come out here. I think we should go see what's in 9D.
9D.
Talk to
Yep.
himself in the room.
Yeah, go on. We were trying to like circle around those bugbears as well,
Mhm.
so we'll eventually
Yeah.
get there.
Yes.
We were trying to go up to them from the opposite way.
Oh, before we continue, how's everybody doing rest-wise? Like, anybody need a little break?
Sounds like
Think
Tours
I'm
might need to do a break.
I have a little less. I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
good.
full up basically. Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna do something real quick, and boom. Okay. Okay, I have a spell slot back, so I'm okay. All right, we can do that later.
Are you sure?
Words from a
Yeah, like,
warlock
this
that are
is-
terrifying. I'm gonna do a thing.
Either
Kelly,
you hear
here's
the
the
sound
thin
of
air.
like 1,000 screams, or just like okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Do you smell smoke?
You smell burning toes.
Okay, so you've done your thing. Everyone, you feel like you're okay? You feel like you're good? Can we do one thing for me? Before we continue, we want to do the same as we did last time. So I want to just make a note of everybody's, firstly, passive perceptions, and then I want your perception roll. Because we will go into every room in this session with that perception roll, and then we'll change it for different days. So I will go one by one as I see them on the screen. So give me a second.
How do you roll your passive? Oh, you just roll perception. I see. Ignore me.
No, passive is just
perception
a straight
is just
number.
Yeah,
As a
it's in
number,
the
okay.
Oh, left
senses on the
number.
left.
Wait, but he said he wanted us to roll also.
Yeah, and I also want to
Yeah.
roll as well.
Okay.
It's gonna take an average.
Zehas and Thundara. Okay, so I want to start with Callie. I need passive perception.
15.
15, and then you've got a 23 on your perception check. Marcy?
Fine.
What's high score mean?
12 is my passive
Mm-hmm.
perception.
And your roll?
I rolled a 20.
20. Nice.
The 20.
Very good.
Do
Snickle?
you see mine come up?
Yes, I do. Sorry, it's just up there. I was just looking.
Okay.
Snickle?
Okay.
Snickle was 17 on both.
Oh, nice. 17 passive perception. Jeez, buddy.
Yeah.
Wild.
5 dexterity modifier.
Well written.
15 passive, and I've rolled an 18.
Oh, that new dice, huh? Coming in clutch.
We're gonna see how it goes over the session, but yeah.
Zehas?
My passive is 18,
Fucking hell.
and I rolled a 15. Didn't roll so well.
Okay. And Thundara?
Passive is 14, and I rolled a 12.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. Now that we know all of those things, where do you go? What do you do? What's your plan?
I think go to
The
9D.
door.
Yeah, I vibe with what Wolverine was saying.
Okay.
Same.
I still can't see the map, so I'm just going.
Oh, hold on.
I'm
Do you have the link or you don't have the link?
The link's
isn't
not working.
working.
I tried
I will
opening it
drag
in
us
Edge.
over.
Wait. I will send you another link, Shasta. 1 second.
Snickle's taking good care of me.
Yeah.
This is the one I have.
will
I don't know
drag
if it'll
you,
be
don't worry.
different than.
You do have to sign in, though.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
signed in. It's the hardware thingy. It says check that hardware. So
Oh.
turn it on. It's a thing.
My link is a little different than Zehas.
Oh,
but
that
it
problem.
still might be the same.
It's all of them. I can't get.
Oh,
into
gotcha,
the app.
okay.
I think it's on my browser.
Okay, hold on.
but when I open it in
Guys,
Edge-
calm.
When I used Edge, it worked last time.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's
yeah,
it. Try
I
to change
tried
your
opening
browser.
in Edge, but it's not
Try-
letting me sign into Twitch.
Try edging
Oh.
yourself.
I see. Right, back up before you open that door. Guys, you're so quick. Just calm it down. Jesus.
Excited. It's been 3 months.
I know. Welvin, you're the one who was going up. You're the one who's making your way to the door. As
Don't be double.
as you put your hand on the door to open it, very faintly in the distance, you hear the sound of like very heavy snoring.
I will relay that
Oh.
quietly to the group.
Want me to go slash their throats while they're asleep?
And then it's just pillows.
Snoring pillows. So many feathers.
I think
Sounds
that
like
maybe we
someone's getting
send.
very good sleep.
What
I
about
think maybe
can
we
I?
send Snickle up.
What about if
I'll
we
do a
go
little bit
out
of
this door and go
recon.
around?
I don't think anything. I have a feeling that nothing is going to be snoring that loud in the hallway. I think it's down the hallway
way?
in one of these rooms. Yeah.
Well, we can see if it's louder coming from one doorway versus the other to know.
That's true.
I don't mind going out this way and being sneaky, because, you know, your girl is sneaky.
Do it.
It's true. We
Okay.
have Callie,
So who's going? What's going on?
the rogue.
Right?
I think Snickle should go out that door, and I can go out this door just to see if we can see anything.
Okay, so you're going to go down the lower door. Snickle, you're going to go out the top door.
Yeah, I'll peek. I'll open and peek in.
All right.
Do
So
some recon.
how are you trying to open this door?
With my hands as quietly
As quietly as possible. Okay,
Right.
so that's fine. So what I need is a stealth check from you if you're going to try and do that.
Guidance. You get a 1d4 to stealth.
Which one of us?
Where do you keep this kelp?
Snickle.
Where do you keep this kelp, by the way? Just out of interest.
I don't. It's
You don't?
It's home.
Oh, so you
I
haven't
seen it
visited for a
days.
long time.
I'm
yeah.
very sad.
15.
Aw.
That's fine.
15 stealth.
You
Do a D4?
how?
Or is it fine?
You can, but you're all right. So that's
Right.
gonna that passes the check I needed it to be.
Challenge.
So you silently open the door. It doesn't make a sound as you kind of open it. What about you, Callie?
I'm gonna also sneakily open the door.
All right, you roll me that stealth. 31.
I'm
Whoa.
Spider-Man.
31.
How is that
It's
possible?
just like Jesus. It's like not only
Oh, did you roll a 20 there?
Yes, I did. Plus, I have
There you
a
go.
11.
plus 11.
Like, plus 11.
31.
I'm on the roof.
God herself doesn't even see you open that door.
Mine is also plus 11 as well.
Appreciate that, Mo.
Roll the 4.
Snickle, as you open that door, now with the door open, and it's a heavy wooden door, you hear the sound of snoring coming from the west of the corridor. And it's very obviously, it's like more than one creature that is snoring that you can hear.
Alright, I
Callie,
slowly
you
walk up to see
hear-
what it is.
Callie, you also hear the snoring coming down the corridor, but you can tell it's from above where Snickle is. So it's fainter
Not
for
in the
you,
hallway.
yeah. But it's still because it's an open hallway, so you can still hear it, but it's not as loud.
Okay. Gotcha.
What do you do, Snickle? Sorry, tell me again.
I just walk up slowly so I see the source of the snoring.
All right. So as you walk down, you're walking basically over to 9D, which is a room. You already have rolled a stealth check, which I'll allow you to keep. As you kind of walk down the corridor over to 9D, you peek into the room. There's no door on this room, but on the floor, which is covered in dust and like old food and like dirty plates and rags and some other, there are some not old things. There are like a couple of like backpacks, and you see some like shields and stuff, but aside from all of that, what really catches your eye are the 10 huge bugbears that are fast asleep on the floor in that room.
The perfect solution to this. Gonna walk back to Welverin and offer him
It's like
to go and scorch some bugbears.
it's like, man, do
They're
you think-"
just getting some well-needed rest.
you're like,
They're not hurting anybody.
It's like, well, do you feel like you need to farm some XP?
Oh, that's a lot of them.
Yeah, I said
Okay.
10, didn't I?
10,
That's-
yeah.
That should be
okay.
fun. Let's all sneak on them.
Do I
And-
hear or feel anything from where I'm standing, but like below me, like
Hold on, I'll
in the
tell you
hallway
in a
below?
second if you do. Let me
Okay.
just get these 10 on the screen first. Right, and so they're basically taking up, as you can see, they're taking up one of their squares as they all lying down. So other things, so I'll tell you about the floor below you in a second. Snickle, I was just seeing if you hear anything or see anything.
Yeah, I was gonna
from
say
the
above,
room
like maybe I'll
above.
sneak through there
Yeah,
as well.
because I want to get through that part, and then we'll move down to where Callie is, because I just need to check the map for that area.
A little peek through here.
can you do me a favor? As you're going into this one, I'm going to need another stealth check from you. But this one, I'm going to need two. I'm going to need 2 throws from you. One is going to be a stealth check, and the other one is going to be a intelligence saving throw.
Alright. Stealth check this time. 17.
That's good.
Intelligence saving throw. Where are my saving throws? Saving throws, right. +2. Ooh, 21. There you go.
You kind of sneak into the room, coming around the corner. You feel, as you walk in, the sense of something trying to enter your mind. It's like a feeling, it's like something's trying to see, like if there's like a brain, if there's something like intelligent approaching, you feel that coming, and you're just like, I'm gonna switch on dumb mode, and you just go blur. So like you pull in your like plant magic, like you pull in all the things that you know about plants and living, and you basically just like channel that, and you're like, be a plant, be a plant, be a plant, and then the feeling of that mental penetration passes over you, right? And then it's gone. And as you look into the room, you see that there is a group of people in this room, and most of them are human thugs. But what you also notice is that on either side of the room, above and below you, there are these floating kind of skulls, and they are kind of like, although not like visually looking everywhere, you can sense like that whatever that sort of like mental searching was coming from these skulls, as they are kind of like scouring the area looking for anyone approaching. So yeah, so there's about 7 enemies in this room, but they are awake and they are alert. They're not sleeping, they're not, messing around. They're there and on the lookout.
Okay, change of plans.
Right, and whilst you think of your change of plan, I'll just
yeah.
see if Callie sees anything from her end. Callie, you don't hear anything from that side of the corridor. So south of you, from looking at the map that there are like multiple ways, but you don't hear any sounds coming from there.
Okay. Copy that.
Okay, I make my way back to the group to tell them what I found, switching off plant mode in my head. Guys, there's sleeping bugbears, very easy pickings, but there's a strange presence in 9B of the map. We should tread carefully, and there's a lot of awake, deadly-looking enemies there. I think me and Callie can go slit the throats of the sleeping bugbears before they wake up.
All 10 of them.
But all 10 of them, one by one, they won't wake up.
I don't know if we could do all 10 of them. But I know someone who's got some hot hands.
Yeah, then
The problem
will arrive.
The problem that I have is if I go after the bugbears, I'm not going to be very effective in the fight against the
Gold.
other group.
If you need a nap, just say that.
Well, we need a new nap.
Is you sleepy?
Did he have to toast some marshmallows for his friends?
Aw.
I'm feeling about 50% right now. That's all I'll say.
He's got a half chub.
So,
Okay.
You guys
do
choose. You guys make up your mind.
Maybe you could go take a nap with the bugbears.
Yeah, there's Susan.
That's an answer. That's a solid answer.
We'll
Oh,
You disguise
that's
self.
roasted marshmallows.
Yeah.
if only there was like, I don't know, a changeling or something that could like, I don't know,
Turn
blend
into a
in.
bugbear.
I can't make you into a bugbear to sleep with them. I would have to be the bugbear.
I know.
Why don't we
Um,
just go and fucking kill him?
All right, Doozy. I guess I will try to sneak down the hallway.
Let's throw a dead body at him.
To the bugbears.
To the bugbears.
Right? Can you roll
Right,
me? Roll
let's
me
all
your
go.
stealth.
So if the people above come, we are prepared.
Do you want a secondary stealth from us?
If you're going up that corridor, I need everyone to roll me stealth check.
Copy.
I've got a 13 on mine.
What did I get?
18.
So do we roll again, Mo?
No. Sorry, Callie and Snickle are fine.
Oh, yeah, that's what. Yep. Okay. Get that.
I
Are we all going then? Should we go in the map?
I feel like I'm gonna stay right here at the door,
Yeah, if there's a choice.
and
I
I'll
think-
come running down when I
It's
hear
been-
the code word.
It's been almost 4 weeks since I've killed something.
But actually, only about half an hour.
Which in Thundara, that's like the same. You know, like an hour feels like 3 weeks.
Okay. Right.
Before everyone goes down the corridor, I'll take out my little book and I'll flick to a page and I'll say, just be careful, everybody. Still water goes stagnant. Violent water breaks roots. And I think what that message is trying to tell us is to be wary of the violence and the stillness, which we seem to have both in front of us.
I would
Amazing.
like to pass a glance to the rest of the group, like, this guy's crazy.
And then I close my book and put it away.
I love that this book is now a thing. Give me a second, because I just want to check one of these guys.
I like to believe. I like to think that Marcy would be all over everything that Zehas has in this book. Like, that is so profound. You're so right. And just like really jump into this little leaf cult.
I could see the vibes. I could see it. Maybe he could be my assistant. Bring in the
Love
vibes.
it. Vibes.
What's happening, Mo?
No, I'm just sending a message to Anna. Okay, so
Bugbear Anna.
I think she's.
what were the stealth
being-
checks? 12 and
Oh, Lord.
Mine was 13.
minus. Oh, sorry, I was like minus 13.
Mine
What
was.
the hell? Mine was 13. Okay, great.
Discount mine, I've stayed back.
You stay back. Marcy stays back. Okay.
Mine was 18.
18. Okay, so you're alright. So Snickle with Callie and Thundara make up for Wolverin's terrible one. So as a group, you pass the check. You can go down across to 9D without alerting anyone's presence. Now, the only other thing I need to check was actually to. What I forgot to do was to say that we're playing D&D. Hold on.
Oh, the announcement.
Yeah. There we go. Right, okay, sorry about that. Now,
Oh
onwards.
shit!
What
Mo's
do
live. He's playing D&D.
Guys,
all
can
go
you...
there now.
Oh my god, how did you not know? Guys, we're here.
I gotta go
Right.
watch.
What's next?
I think
you're
we
approaching the
know
room.
what's next. Yeah.
Yeah?
Peeking around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
And
Might
I
that
think that
interrupt?
I've been instructed. Yeah.
I was say, like Snickle was saying earlier, me and him can go for one bugbear each, and then you can go for the rest.
I think we
I
can
promise
do
you're
them
not going to want to be in
separately.
this room.
Oh, happy.
We can always run back if they wake up, because they will be surprised. And then you can do your thing.
Parkour.
Okay.
cool.
Start with the ones closest to us.
Yeah.
Because if stuff gets hairy, it needs to get hot in there.
It's gonna get hairy. They're bugbears.
Don't call me Harry.
I don't think there'll be any hair
Okay,
left by the
listen.
time we're done.
This is how it's going to work, okay?
Yes,
Because
Daddy.
they're sleeping, and you are stealthy, and both of you are very good at being kind of stealthy assassins. Provided your attack roll, I don't care about the damage roll, but provided that your attack roll meets the challenge in my mind, I will allow you to one-shot these bugbears in their sleep, right, by slitting their throat. It's very unusual because their hit points are far higher than this, but they are sleeping and you are cutting their throats. They're not wearing armor because they're asleep. I think realistically, it makes sense.
Do we have advantage on the attack? Since they're sleeping.
No, but if you want to do anything to your weapons to enhance them, if you've got potions or poisons or anything that you want to do, then I will take that into consideration.
Do I have poison?
I have,
I have
a
something
poison
that-
in my
Snickle's like,
inventory,
I just
but-
buried these last night. They're sharp as hell.
Sneak-
Come out the
I think I have-
They're fully sharp.
yeah.
I think I have sneak attack poison. Plus 1d6.
Sneak attack poison.
Yeah, that's what my thingy says. Sneak attack. I have sneak attack and then sneak attack poison. You
Oh,
add
okay.
a toxin to your strike, forcing the target to make a DC 16 saving throw.
Okay. Anything from you, Snickle?
I will coat my daggers in extra poison.
Do you have things like
As
you've
well.
got like Fury of the Small and things like that? Can you use any of those things, or is that like
I mean, yeah, but that's all for the damage.
that's for the damage,
if
right?
you want.
Okay, that's fine. I want to. The thing is, I want to try and take into account all of the different things that we have, because I'm not going to do a damage roll. So everything's going to be
Yeah,
on
so
the
like
attack
with my
roll.
daggers, I'm basically doing 3 strikes.
Okay.
If that matters, but yeah, because I get extra attack and the nick thing lets me do another thing. So
Okay. All right.
if that matters,
Roll. Roll your weapon
but I'll
attack.
dip it in poison as well.
Okay.
Why not?
Roll your weapon attacks and let's see where we get to. And remember, if you have inspirations, this could be a time to use it.
Do we still have guidance from Zehas?
Zehas's guidance
It's
is
on
on
stealth.
Snickle. Oh, it's only on stealth, is it?
Okay.
2024 rules.
Mm.
All
Alright,
right, let's go.
I will roll my attack. 16
Okay.
to hit.
Um,
Do you just want attack
I roll
or
the-
all
just
of my
attack.
little attacks?
Just attack.
Okay.
And Callie's. And 22.
Do I do both daggers or just the one?
Just the one. I just need
Okay.
a plain attack with a dagger just to see kind of like where we at. What was the roll? What's your modifier, Mojam?
+8 modifier,
Plus
but
8.
16 total.
Okay,
8
and
plus
you
6.
have like things like Fury of the Small. You've got Nick because you've got the weapon
Yeah.
proficiency as well. Okay, cool. I will.
I could do Hunter's Mark, but I didn't do it.
No,
Sorry.
but that's the thing. So I want to take into account all of the things. I will allow it.
I could do Hunter's Mark as
I
well.
was gonna have my challenge for this was going to be 18, which means Callie, definitely your guy is dead. I'll tell you what, Mo. Do me a dexterity saving throw.
12.
Okay, so as you slit your bugbear's throat, the blade doesn't go in deep enough, and as it's coming out, you see the blood spill out, and he wakes and starts to cough and splutter and gargle. But very quickly, before anybody else manages to wake up, you wrap your hands around his mouth so he can't make another sound, and you take your dagger and you just like as many times as you can to like finish him off, making sure that he is silently like dead. However, you are now drenched in bugbear blood. Callie's is like assassin to a T, in there and out. Like no one would even tell. So those two are dead.
Thundara was seeing this around the corner and trying really hard to stay quiet, getting really fucking pumped about it.
Like,
The Snickle walks away covered in blood, and Callie walks away, and there's not even any blood on the bugbear. You don't even know. Just like a minute later, a little bit of blood just went.
Perfect.
That was beautiful. Those were 2 works of art.
So, the room is yours, Welvin.
All right, so we know what I'm going to do. We're going to go ahead and cast Fireball, and I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Since they have to make a dexterity saving throw and they're asleep, how does that work?
They can't make a dexterity saving throw because they're asleep.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Okay. I just wanted to confirm that. So we're going to go ahead and do Fireball.
Mm-hmm.
And let me calculate my damage here.
Okay. Everything is going to hinge on the damage here.
Okay. So that is 27.
Okay. Now, I'm going to need you to do a roll for me, right? You're a warlock. Your magic casting ability is charisma, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'm going to need you to do a charisma saving throw for me.
Okay. So that is a 22.
Whoa. Okay. So it's perfect. 27 is the HP of a bugbear, believe it or not.
Okay.
So the 27 was brilliant. Had you failed the charisma saving throw, as they were burning alive, they would have screamed in agony, which would have alerted everybody to your presence. As it was, you managed to cast this so perfectly well that the fire of the fireball itself was so incendiary, so powerful, it didn't even give them time to like be conscious whilst being burnt, right? They were gone to dust. You have managed to clear the room and not alert the people upstairs or above somehow.
Nice.
Is there anything in this room worth looking at?
Not anymore, because it's all fucking burnt to a crisp.
Okay.
Does Snickle still feel a presence?
That thing is
Yeah, but they were up
that
there.
thing is from a different place.
Oh,
so
that
yeah, it
was
still
up.
exists.
Oh, cool. Look at those little bugbears.
Should we beckon to Marcella and Zehas to come over?
I run to Marcella and I explain in detail what just happened. It was the coolest thing I've ever. Little Tater Snickle, her wailing on his.
And that is when.
And then Callie was just.
And that is when you all now roll an intelligence saving throw.
Oh.
Well, why?
Because Thundara ran down the corridor where the enemy and then started to shout about how these deaths
I said
happened.
excitedly, I didn't say loud.
You ran down the
I'm
Have you seen how big you are?
I got an 18.
Dun.
Oh no!
I
Oh
rolled
no!
Yeah.
4.
Yep.
Oh, I'm
think
sorry.
I
I thought we were supposed to be having fun.
Yeah, we are now.
Guys, roll again.
So-
I got a 14.
I just activate plant mode again.
Plant mode.
So
Oh, isn't she a tree?
yeah. So
Wait a sec.
yeah,
Yeah, I am a tree.
Marcella, Snickle,
Tree just.
the two of you feel now that your brain is being kind of invaded. Somebody knows that you're here, and although you don't hear it from your ears, but in your mind you hear the snippet of a conversation which is like, we have intruders to the south. You hear sounds of people in 9B getting up and running down towards where you are now. Can you all
I
roll
would also
initiative?
In my defense, though,
There's no
I was
defense.
not paying. There is, because my map was broken and I didn't know that there were. I thought it was just the bugbears. I was having technical difficulties.
Okay, I'm just gonna add all these guys into the thing, the hell that you guys
Here
are
we
in
go.
right now. So give me 2 moments to just set up this madness.
I'm sorry, everybody.
I was gonna
Pandora,
happen.
I'm so happy that you're happy.
I was happy.
You were so excited. It was beautiful.
What?
You are perfectly role-playing your character, who just happens to be very similar to you.
Is it?
Thank you.
Are there any artificial lights in here?
There. So around these corridors, there's lanterns
Okay.
that have been lit. I say sorry, not in the corridors, but in the room that the bugbears were sleeping in.
Okay.
How can we be intruders in an explorer's cave? This is bullshit. We're all intruders.
Valid.
Thank you.
Yeah, you tell them.
I told them. That's the first thing I'm gonna say to them when we're around the corner. That's my.
It's worth a shot on your turn.
You're gonna be like,
Yell
"Why
out,
is there
we
a
have intruders
tree?"
to the north.
I'm not a tree. I'm just tree-like. Aren't I I'm like fortified or something? Where I have bark
Yeah,
skin?
you've got bark skin.
Yes,
So,
buck skin.
so
Snickle also has a moss beard.
Ah!
so
No,
I
the
don't know if you
dwarf.
remember
I
that.
gave the dwarf a moss
The dwarf
skin
did.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Oh, right.
from my mossy armor.
Right.
so Snickle,
that was a beautiful moment.
the first creature you see come down that corridor shocks you, because everyone out, you didn't see this one before. As you snuck in, you saw a group of them. Some of them were turned away from you, some of them were facing you. This first creature who comes down looks like a half spider, half human. They have 8 red eyes and like a mouth full of fangs and bristles coming out of like the sides of their elbows and their knees, but are still humanoid. Still, you can tell it's a human, or was a human, or is some kind of human, and spots you. And straight away, you have a moment. If you want to say anything, now's the time.
Say anything. I cast spike growth on the whole lot of them.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You can say anything. You can't do... Wait, what was your initiative? 21. You might be able to. Oh, hold on a second. Let's get everyone in the initiative and then I'll decide.
I'm not talky. I'm gonna fight these motherfuckers.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill them all.
He's currently covered in blood. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think he's
Taste the
talking
blood.
today.
They're called thug. They're not called friend.
If I was there, I would be like, "Hi, how you doing? How's your day?"
Okay, so I just want
Can
to
I
make sure
offer you
everyone.
anything?
I just want to make sure everyone's initiative is right. We've got Callie on 14. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's 14.
Marcy on 4. Snickle on 21. Thundara on 11.
No, that was I didn't roll on.
Right.
I
What's
had
yours?
14.
14. Welvrin's is
I had 12.
12, and Zayas is 15. Yep.
Yep.
Good. Okay.
12 in.
So Snickle is actually going to be the first one in the turn order of this fight.
Yeah, baby.
Who?
I use my 2nd level spell, Spike Growth.
Nice. And where are you? You can draw
And-
it on the map. The distance of the spike growth.
What is it? 20-foot radius. How do we draw circles?
That's huge, yeah.
What, one of these squares was 10?
Each one of
Was it?
these is
Yeah.
10. Yeah, that's right.
So basically I can cover the whole thing that they're on there.
Yeah, 10, 20, 20. Yeah. Radius. Yeah.
Like to meet you.
Nice. And initially, what do they have to do right away?
Right. Round 20 sprouts hard spikes and thorns. The area becomes difficult terrain for 10 minutes. When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage. When a creature moves into or within the area. But I don't know if it says they get it if they're already in it.
I think that's like within the area.
Right. So it might be one of those where you start your turn with it. Transformation is camouflage. Yeah, the rest doesn't matter. It's a... No, the other stuff is like searching for it if they haven't noticed it before. So yeah, it's that. 2d4.
Okay. Do they have to save or anything?
No.
Okay.
Well, let's make sure.
Question.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Does-
it's 2d4 for every 5 feet.
For every
it
5 feet they
travels.
move. Yeah. Its spike growth is like
Does
OP, man. Yes, Shasta.
sorry, does Marcy, me, and Zehas, do we know that this is happening?
You hear Snickle cast. Marcy knows that someone knows that they're there because
Yeah.
they penetrated her mind.
Oh, right. Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. So, when it's their
Do
turn,
I do
Snickle,
anything?
when it's their turn, if they try and move, they're going to take the damage.
Yeah.
Right. So, do you want to go anywhere or do anything?
I would. Let me just see. That was my action. Is there a bonus action I can do? Let's go to small things. Timid attack roll. I don't know. Can I do any other bonus action? I can only do Hunter's Mark on one of them.
Okay.
So I'll just, with my daggers ready and everything, I'll just wait outside of the edge of this thing.
Okay.
And I'll cast one of my Hunter's Mark on the guy in front of me.
Okay. Fair enough.
Ready.
So the spider-looking dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Is he the only one that's a spider?
Yeah. Everyone else looks normal. This is the only one who looks different.
Alright, cool. Bugsy.
All right. Now, hold on. We'll just put that a bit lower. Okay. Cool.
Oh, C for spider.
And so you're moving up into the hallway.
Where I am on the map
Okay,
right now,
cool.
basically on the edge of the spike growth.
Yep, that's totally fine. Okay, next, Zehas.
Each space is 10 feet, right?
Each space is 10 feet, correct.
Okay. I can't see anything. Would I know that Snickle has gone into the hallway?
Where are you on the here? I mean, yeah, because you can't see him anymore, so you've seen him go up.
Well, I was in this room. I started below the doorway.
Oh, so you've just moved up now?
Yeah.
Yes, then you won't know where Snickle is, no.
Well, in that case, I'm going to assume that baddies are going to come down, so I am going to hold an action Ray of Frost
Okay,
for the first bad guy I see.
absolutely. That's cool. Callie, you're up next.
Hi. Can I reach anybody with my bow from here? Or
Um,
can I like? Well, I guess.
yeah, you can. If you move into the middle so you can look down the corridor, you can definitely see people.
Okay.
I mean, you'd be able to see the spider dude.
Spider dude. What's
can't-
the? Sorry, Kim, go.
I was just about to ask, at each square, again, I can't remember, was it 5 or 10?
10.
Okay.
I think I want to
Guys-
move here and then shoot for Thug B.
Thug.
My arrow.
Wait, B.
B. Boy.
One at the back.
The one at the very
Back.
back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess these are
Okay,
10
right?
feet square, so yeah, that would be possible. Yeah.
Okay. Are we
Yeah, go
already in battle? Like we're already
Yeah, yeah,
we're
yeah.
already fucking shit up.
for it. Yeah, we are fucking shit up. You can go
Okay.
for it, man. Go for it.
Word. Got it.
Kill him.
14. Kill him. Fuck him up.
Was that 4? Wait, 14
Oh,
hits.
14.
Yeah.
And 8.
And 8 damage. Nice. Let's mark this guy off. Let's get him screwed over,
Bye,
man.
bitch.
Well, he's not dead, but good work.
Oh. Almost bye, bitch.
8 damage. Nice. Okay. Do you want to move or do anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Fundara,
Hello.
you're up.
Where do I see how when I have again?
When you
Walking speed.
How walking speed.
Right at the top.
I think in this one now, everyone's 30 feet, aren't they? In 2024.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm
it says
45 feet.
45.
Oh yeah, you might be more because you're like a half giant thing.
Okay.
I'm also
3.
45.
Because you're a monk.
Each square is 10. I would only be able to get to, like, what, here?
Mm-hmm.
Here?
Yeah, unless you use your other action to dash, but then you can't do any attacks.
Yeah. I pass.
Okay.
Don't you want to fight though? You were
I
so excited
do.
to fight.
They're too far away.
Can't be
You're
bothered.
not moving at all.
Yeah.
What?
You didn't move at all then.
Oh, I guess I can stay. I'll use my movement to get closer.
Yeah, you can. I mean, that's the thing. But you can also use your dash to get right up close.
Yeah, I'll get nice and close and then do absolutely
Personal.
nothing so that they can hit.
Yeah.
Come on, my
And then-
father was a war strategist. Oh.
Sniff them. Sniff them. Go.
Okay.
Sniff them.
Yeah, give them a good sniff.
Welvin.
All right. So I'm gonna move right here, kind of, peeking around the corner, so I'm out of Callie's way. I'm going to use my Eldritch Blast, but I'm going to use the Repelling Blast feature of it. So firstly, we're gonna do a 14 plus 7, so whatever that is, 22
To hit.
to hit.
Yeah, does.
Okay. And then we've got
Who are you aiming for, by the way?
that is a Thug C.
Okay.
And so that is a 10 damage, and it's going
Nice.
to push him back 10 feet. So he'll take, 2d4 or 4d4 on that?
Yes, he will. He will, because he's not flying through the air. He's going through the spike growth. So, hold on a second. Let me just do the 10 damage. And then he's going to fly back 10 feet,
Yep.
and he's going to take... Well, he can't actually go through this person, so he's going to... It will effectively take the same damage, but he's going to basically bang into his friend. It's
And then I'll let
2d4 each
Snickle
one
roll
right now.
his.
Spike growth?
2d4. I don't know who needs to roll it though.
No, I
Is it me
will.
or you?
What is it? 2d4 what? Plus anything?
5.
Or just
For
2d4
5 feet,
for
yeah.
every 5 feet. Okay.
As in, like, I can't add other stuff to it. That's just the
That's
spell.
fine. Okay, so the first one was 3 and 5. So 8 extra
2d4
damage.
Piercing.
Yeah.
But that's only for one, right?
Well, that's only for 1. You've still got another Eldritch Blast hit to go.
No. I meant that was only for the first 5 feet, wasn't it?
No. I did 2 5 feet. I did both of them.
So you did
okay.
4d4s.
Yeah, I did 4d4s.
Damn.
Okay. And then next one to hit. That one's not as good. It's a 16 though.
Still hits.
Okay. And then we've got another 10.
Oh wow. Same guy.
Same guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Did we? Do any of us know that Snickle and Marcella are hearing or feeling these things in their head? Did they tell
No.
us? Okay.
Will they tell you? I don't know, but you know that Snickle's in combat because he is. You've heard him
Right.
cast a spell.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Welvrin knew. And I mean, no, to be fair, you also, with your passive perceptions, would have heard them all running down the corridor to catch you.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go ahead and just use the rest of my movement and take a step back here.
Okay. And that second one, 10, did you hit the same guy?
Yeah.
Alright, so he's going to go again, right? He's going to
Right.
fall back again, right?
Yeah, I should.
I will move him across this way and give him
Rebound.
another 4d4. So 1 plus 3, 4, and 4, 8. Again 8. Oh, but that's okay because that's killed him. God, Spider Eyes is dead.
Sorry, Spider.
Good, he freaked me
Eyes.
out.
Yeah, it was sad. All right, gone is Spider Eyes.
Sad. Anyway.
Anyway, moving on. Right, so now the thugs are going to take their turns. And the problem is the thugs can't really do anything except move to get into range to be able to do an attack. They have range attack, so they will try and get into range so that they can do their crossbow attacks. But in order to do that, they're going to have to traverse the hell. So in order to aim for Snickle, which is what this guy's going to do, he's going to have to travel 10 feet and 10 feet and then a little bit more, all of his movement, which is 25 feet in this case to be able to get to Snickle. And 25 feet is going to be
times 2d4. 10d4?
10d4 of damage. So I'm just going to roll it here because it's going to be a lot easier to do 10d4 of damage on this thing than on anything.
Stupid thugs.
Could you imagine wanting to hurt something else so bad that you would do 10d4 damage to yourself?
So that's a good
Blood squirting
19.
everywhere.
That's a good 19 damage. He's still alive though, but it's a good 19 damage. Now he goes in for the heavy crossbow attack. So let's do this. Snickle, AC, please.
17.
All right, that just go boom, straight past you. He's just bleeding to death. His shoes are full of holes. He's got blood literally coming out of his knees right now. He's just like shaky as hell as he like aims this crossbow, and he's feeling a bit weak. I guess his face has gone pale because of all the blood loss as he like walks over these spikes. Yeah, so he just outright misses. So we're gonna move on to the
Snickle
next.
totally does a Neo dodge.
Oh yeah. Even though it's not even anywhere near you. Yeah. Can you do me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Jesus. I should just keep my mouth shut.
Yes, you should.
Dexterity saving. Oh god. 10.
So as you, even though it was going well wide of you, you decide to be an idiot and flail your arms around and doing all of this nonsense. The arrow does just nick your hand. It's not going to be crazy, but it will do a little bit of damage. You'll take 3 damage as the arrow kind of like pierces your finger and then flies behind you. You would have been
I'm all
fine if you
bloody
just kept
anyway.
still.
What can you do? Snickles.
And so the next guy who's over here is going to attempt
Come at me.
to hit you too, but can't get a direct shot, so we'll have to move into a line of sight. We'll move 5 feet, so we'll take 2d4 of damage. That's 5 damage.
I do love that Callie and Welvrin were just both right there and watched everything with Snickle just happen. Just like, what were you doing?
Yeah. But also that misses you as well. The arrow just flies right past your head.
But he tries again.
Yeah. I think I have to go with it at least this round. I always try it.
What? Do the
Yeah.
do the Neo
Do the-
move? All right.
Do the moves.
Dexterity saving throw again then.
How many times?
Just just one arrow. 15.
15,
You're
that's
fine.
fine.
You're fine. You do the Neo move and it looks cool, even though the arrow is miles away from you. You're still. I mean, Callie
And we all like.
Callie and Welvrin can see you, and they're just like,
And
"What
they should be
is he
impressed."
doing?" Because you're actually doing it. The thing is that you're actually doing it in slow motion, like you're moving slow like this to try and make it look cool. But it's like you're
See
just.
what I'm
but,
seeing?
but if
Flash a
anything,
bit of blood
but
in the
if
air
anything,
as well
actually,
from my.
can you
from the
do me a
bugbear.
favor? Can you roll me an intimidation roll?
That's not gonna be good. Intimidation -1.
But you get advantage on it.
Advantage on it.
Yeah.
Alright. Either a 6 or a 16.
So, as you do that, the guy who shot the arrow at you knows that it went far, and then sees you doing this slow motion. Like, no, he just feels like you're taking the piss out of him. So he's gonna have a disadvantage on you on the next roll because he's really angry now and he's not thinking straight. He's just very, very pissed off with
It's
you.
just dancing.
It's like, why is this guy just taking the piss out of me, man? It's like, okay, I shot far, but my feet are bleeding, and like, this is not fair.
I'm bleeding from every orifice and he's an asshole!
So now his rage has just made him like have a disadvantage on you for the next attack that he tries to do on you if he lives that long. Okay, Marcy, you're up.
So my plan is to use my Step of the Wind so I can dash without, or as a bonus action.
Yeah, nice.
Must
And
be fucking
with-
nice.
She's hot.
Tiny, can I just stand like on top of him?
But not on top of
or-
Snickle, no.
Like,
Yeah.
He's too small.
Like just like stand over him. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
but no, you can stand behind him
Shoot
because
him.
he's smaller than. What do you want to do?
yeah.
I guess. Well,
As
I
he's
want
in
to
a
use
back
my
bend.
because I can't enter this.
Yeah,
otherwise
not
I'm
without
gonna
getting
get
hurt,
right?
no.
And normally my stuff is like
Melee.
Close.
melee.
Yeah.
Thank you. But I have my elemental strikes that extend my things by 10 feet, but it's only 10 feet, so I need to be like right there to hit that one person, the Thugay.
Oh,
Or I was thinking of using my.
I mean, Snickle is small. You can just walk around him.
Will I? If I do that, will I be able to reach the Thugay then?
10 feet.
I have another plan.
Yeah, probably be no. That would be pushing it a bit too much.
I'm gonna use my elemental burst.
I see you, Shasta.
And so
I was like, what, Disney?
It was never closed. I need to go close it. I was like, why is my
That's the sign that Thundara is like fluffing her hair again.
Yeah.
Just a little Disney princess moment.
That's so funny.
All right. So what are you doing?
Hopefully I'll run a little bit smoother now.
but yeah, I'm gonna use my elemental burst. So
Mm.
I'm gonna use my 2 focus points, and each creature within 20-foot sphere has to make a Dex saving throw.
Okay. So in this case, you would be able to hit that group of 4 that are together.
Mhm.
And 20-foot sphere. So they all have to make a, what is it, dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
Okay.
And if they save, they take half damage.
Okay, so I'll do the throws first and see if they save or not. And what is it saving against? Is it like a 14? I'm guessing probably a DC 14 at this point.
I'm a 13. It says 13 on there.
Okay, so the first one fails. The second one fails. The third one passes. The fourth one fails with a nat 1. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so you've got 3 of them going to take whatever the thing is full damage, and 1 will take half damage.
Total 17.
Is that the damage?
Yes.
Holy shit. Okay, amazing. So, instantly, we've got this one, Thug A is dead. This one isn't dead. This one isn't dead. And the one at the back is the one who's taking half the damage. Round up. Okay, still alive, but looking very fucked up. Nice!
Still alive, but I'm barely breathing.
Okay, anything
But
else?
you can't take that. George, put it back. You can't take that. Tell him to put it back.
Hi,
Just needed a pet.
George. Yes, flannel.
Cool. Alright, it's going to be the thugs now, so I'll go through them quickly. It's D, E, and F, and G. So these guys are all going to aim for Snickle. E has to move to get there, but I'm going to play these other guys first. So all of them, they're not going to try not to move. They're just going to shoot arrows, because that's what they can do. So the first one is hits Snickle, so just so you know. The second one misses. The third one hits. The fourth one we'll see if he gets to you in the first place. So 2 hits, that's going to be 2 1d10s of piercing damage. So the first one is only a 1, so that's fine. And the other one that hits is a 7, so you're going to take 8 damage in total. And then we need to see if this guy can actually get there. So with their 30 feet of movement speed, 10, 20, 30, he's going to move his full 30 to try and get to you, but that's also going to cause him, what's that, 12?
12d4.
12 d4s of damage, so let's do that custom roll. 12 d4s of damage. 38 damage. So as he walks towards you, like angrily wielding his crossbow, he's like trudging through these thorns. At each step he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And as he's walking, he's just like, the spikes are going into his feet each time, and he's just like getting shredded. He's basically his lower half is completely perforated as he's like
He just
walking.
gets shorter as
Yeah,
he walks,
he's
doesn't
shorter. It's like gets onto his knees, and he's like crawling towards you, and now his hands are fucking perforated, and he's like the spikes
Like
are
walking
scratching.
through a cheese grater.
Yeah. The spikes are scratching his whole body now as he tries to crawl towards you, and as he dies and he lands, and his head just lands on this giant thorn, and it goes straight through his face, and his tongue sticking out like.
He looks like me now.
Yeah, he doesn't make. He literally is like right there around the corner, just almost in range, and then just drops dead, unable to do anything more to you. Okay, so
Cute.
yeah, isn't it just? Snickle, it's your turn, buddy.
Right. Which one of these looks the healthiest to me?
Looks the healthiest. I would say
Least bloody.
the one at the very back right, Thug G. Thug G has not been hit at all yet. Doesn't have any
Thug
arrows
G.
sticking out of him. Yeah,
What a G!
Alright, let's do
the
this.
OG Thug.
then. Okay. I will use one more Hunter's Mark. Oh, actually, what's this distance? Less than 30 feet, isn't it? Yeah. I'll use Hunter's Mark on Thug G. which gives me extra damage.
Okay.
And guess what? I whip out my Thorn Whip.
Oh, nice. To reach
And I
Thug
pull
G,
him 10 feet towards me if it hits.
Yeah, let's go. What does he have to save?
I need to roll down
Okay.
the attack for it. 1 sec. Thorn Whip. Oh wait, where's the hitting thing? It's an action cost that will you make a melee spell attack.
Okay.
How do I do melee spell attack?
So it's just
my
like it's just
wisdom.
do a yeah. So your wisdom, basically, like you're attacking, but with your wisdom modifier.
Right. So D20 plus my wisdom would be 4 and a proficiency of 3. I guess 7, right?
I don't.
Oh, here it is.
know
Yeah,
if
his. It's already got it. Yeah, I found it.
Okay.
7 Thorn Whip is 13 to hit.
13
Probably
does
not.
hit. Does hit.
Oh, it does? Alright, perfect. So, what does it do? On its own, it does 2d6 damage.
All right. Let's hit that first. 7 damage. Okay. Cool.
And then Hunter's Mark damage does 1d6 force, just a 1.
Okay. 1 damage.
Can I do thingy Colossus Slayer, or is that a weapon attack?
Well, I don't know. You'll have to check that. That might be a weapon.
The
attack.
The weapon deals an extra. That one's
Okay,
weapon,
so yeah,
but I
that's-
can do 1 Fury of the Small.
Mm-hmm.
That's anything or a spell, so that's plus 3 damage.
Okay. 3 more damage. Yeah.
And,
and then
he
it
gets
pulls
pulled 10 feet,
you. Okay.
so 4d4 from the spikes.
So let's do 4d4. 4, 2, 6, another 4, 10, and another 2. 12 extra damage.
That should be all of
Nice.
go.
Great. He went from
Come
looking.
over here.
Yeah, he went from looking the best to the worst. Zehas.
Move. Dash.
Dash, and you're just gonna stay there.
So I look
That wasn't a
around.
dash, it was a jump.
Now I picture him skipping.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
Splash,
Um,
splash.
Have you heard of our hero, Lord Kelp?
Does Zehas always sound squelchy? Like when he
I think so,
Yes, I
yeah.
don't think he's. I don't know if he'd be squelchy.
like
Well,
if he's wet
if I
in
haven't
his
whipped the
boots-
water away like I usually do.
I think maybe from
Yeah,
your
but, like,
shoes you would be.
You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like your feet are
I wear
moist in your
Birkenstock
shoes.
sandals,
Oh, okay, okay.
so it's more
Sandals,
like
not
a
boots.
wet flap kind of noise.
A flip flop on the pool side.
So,
Love it.
just so you know that this is now canon, and if Zehas forgets to take the water away, he gets a disadvantage on stealth checks moving forward. So you know.
I'm so sorry.
Good job.
Shut up. I'm going to shut up. I'm not speaking for the rest of the day.
Additional question: if he's wearing sandals, does that mean he's leaving a water trail wherever he goes? So if he tries to hide from someone, they just have to follow the water. Like, where the hell did this come from? It didn't rain.
Or maybe
Wait,
they
wait,
just
isn't
start
there
checking
rain
the
in a
ceiling,
dungeon?
looking for leaks or something.
I mean, I have made a habit of apologizing for the wetness when I've gone into places. So
I think your crab is following you with like a little mini mop. Like, I clean.
Oh,
I love that.
Crab Roomba.
Claudia.
Claudia. The
Claudia.
Roomba, so cute.
Okay. So that's you move there.
I have a bonus action.
Yeah.
I can do, but does anybody look hurt?
To you, I look all red
feelings.
and bloody,
Yeah.
but I'm fine.
No, I don't think
You're fine.
anyone will look particularly. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, I'm just gonna lean against the wall. I'm gonna survey and go, oh, it's one of those fights where they just kind of kill everybody without worrying too much. So I'll lean against the wall and get my book out and start writing notes.
All right. Callie, you're up.
I'm gonna go for another arrow. I'm gonna go for, I think, Thug F.
Oh yeah, up at the this side. Sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
Thug F for get fucked.
18 hits. 8 damage. Nice. Thug F is looking a bit. He's got a couple arrows in him now.
We're gonna bullet F.
They're gonna be effed. Yeah. Are you moving anywhere? Or are you staying where you are?
I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
Thundara.
I would like to move to stand behind Zehas and look over his shoulder.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you have to stand on the other side of him, but yes, you can.
I didn't hear what you were looking at.
There you go. So
You're
you just-
cutting in and out a little bit.
Oh. I didn't really say anything important. I just said I'm looking at his book. That's my turn.
Okay. Can you
Taking a peek.
can you roll me an intelligence check?
Yes.
Are you
I'll
wearing the
tell you-
amulet?
I am.
I'm currently on a page where you can read. I'm writing notes next to a quote that says, "A colourful fish attracts the most predators."
Huh.
Ah,
Concerning. Wait, intelligence and dex are switched, so
Yeah.
14.
14. Yeah, you can read the writing that's there. You can make out Zehas's writing as well, and his note.
I look back towards Marcella, who is far too busy to notice me, and look a little scared.
So you see my notes are saying things like, maybe it means you shouldn't stand out.
And she's bright pink as she's reading
Yeah.
Welvern.
Seems like bullshit, but I'm
Yeah. Never had any trouble before.
Same thing.
That
Same thing
means
as last
no
time.
glitter.
So, first one's 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits, man. Who are you?
Alright,
wait, who are you
second
aiming
one.
for? Who are you aiming for?
I was gonna go after G and F.
Okay, Thug G.
So first one was 18 to hit. Next one's 20 to hit. Dirty 20.
Yeah, all good.
And then let's see damage. First one is 13 damage,
Yeah.
and next one is 5 damage.
Okay. So, and then they also get thrown back.
Yes, 10 feet each. So yeah,
Like
the
how we're just
44.
whipping them and pushing them 10 feet.
Back and
Very nice.
So yeah, but
I whip my thug back and forth.
in the first case, the Thug G dies on impact of the Eldritch Blast, and then his body's thrown backwards after death through the thorns, which is great. No resistance, like ragdoll physics, just flop right back into the thorns and get stuck in there. Thug F, however, survives the blast. In agony, screams out as he is then pushed backwards, and his last remaining few hit points of health is then dragged through thorns, watching his friend beside him just get like thrown and like maimed. He also then, it's the last thing he sees is his friend's like dead body flopped to the side, like looking him straight in the eye with thorns piercing his cheek, and he just kind of sees that and also just falls. They both look into each other's eyes as they die.
Were they lovers?
They could have been, but you know what?
They were roommates.
You'll never fucking know, will you? Because you
They
didn't
were
bother to talk to
roommates.
them.
They were coming toward. They were running. They were coming, man.
I always forget that we can talk to people instead of just fight our way through things.
No. Stickle
Meanwhile,
didn't have time.
Marcella's
Stickle was like,
always in the
I am
wrong
not.
room.
I know.
fucking sitting
Talk to them.
You don't send this.
Nobody else wants to ever.
Stickle, you're gonna get hit, buddy. So just be aware.
Come at me.
That's 4
Don't cap some
damage.
hands.
4 damage at you.
Total.
Yep, total 4 damage. What is only Thug B hit? Is his turn now? It's Marcy's turn.
Oh my gosh, that happened so fast. I think I may, because I really don't want to use more focus points. I may just throw a dagger.
Great. Choke that bang.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna throw my
Choke it
dagger.
to her.
Okay. What's the attack? That hits. Who are you aiming for?
I am aiming for Thug B.
Okay. That sounds good. And the damage? 5. Good hell, that's pretty good damage for a dagger. Yeah,
Is
I mean,
it?
he's still alive,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
still alive. But yeah, that's good. Now he's got a dagger and some arrows sticking out of him.
How many daggers do I have?
2 usually,
Just one, right?
unless you've said you've
2?
only got. Unless your thing says 1. Normally,
it just says
when you
dagger.
start with, you'd start with 2.
Are you saying I have 2? Because I have 2 actions.
I'm saying you have 2.
Okay, I will use my other one then
Yeah, you can.
to do the same thing.
Why not?
18 to hit.
Yeah, you're good.
And 9 damage.
Same guy.
Yes.
That's it, mate. That's him done.
Woohoo.
He's gone. Deaded.
I'm
Better
gonna
than
come.
shit.
I'm gonna come
I
back
think-
here and let people have space
Oh.
to do what they need.
What do you think, Thandara?
Oh,
Well, I was gonna say, I didn't realize the thug's turn was next. I think we should stop fighting them and talk to this last guy, but he's probably about to kill himself and
Yeah, I mean, he's going to try and attack Snickle.
yeah.
Because Snickle is literally right there, but they miss. So,
I
it's,
mean,
Oh,
to
You
be
can
fair,
tell
they
me.
didn't make any attempt to be like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
yeah.
that's true.
Why is that always on us?
I don't know.
I love that
Our old high
Thundara.
initiative, apparently.
I love that Thundara read something from Zahas's book, and she's like, maybe violence isn't the answer. maybe we talk to this last thug. Lord help strikes again.
Oh, save one for me!
Snickle, it's
Yeah.
your turn.
Did he attack me?
He tried to, yeah, but missed.
Did I hear like Thundara or anyone say like they want to?
Well,
talk
no
to
one
this
said
last
anything
one?
because it hasn't really been
No one
their
said
turn.
I thorn whip the poor thug. This thug doesn't even have a letter behind the name.
No, because now because all the
He's
others
the
have gone, so now he's
original.
just thug.
Yeah, let me do the roll for that then.
My name is Theodore Hugs. I thought this from family. All the
No, we've misjudged it. They're all
24.
T-hug.
how damn.
Yeah, that hits obviously.
4 damage. And screw it. We'll do a Fury to Small on him as well. 3.
Yeah.
Didn't have Hunter's Mark on this guy. But I could have Hunter's Marked him as well.
So you're gonna pull him through the thing, right?
As well as that.
Does that just
Um,
happen every time, or do they have to shave against that?
The spike growth thing.
No. The pulling on the thorn whip.
Well, if you succeed the attack roll, it happens.
Okay.
Actually, I don't have any more. Well,
Okay.
I could use a bonus action to transfer the hunter's mark to the other dude. 'cause
Well,
the
let's
other
see
one
what
died.
happens after he gets pulled 10 feet.
Yeah, okay. Do the 4d4 damage. Is he still alive?
I mean, I very much doubt he's going to be. Let's see.
Alright.
3 and 4, that's 7, and 4 and 3, 14. He's definitely dead. Another one.
Alright. I end my concentration and the spikes go back into the ground.
So yeah,
I come running. I come running in with my battle axe, saying, "All right."
Can you
Wait,
give me,
Climb back
and
on
then
top
alert
of
the
Thundara.
next one in the next room.
Thundara, can you give me a
It's okay,
dexterity
okay.
saving throw, please?
You suck, Mo.
Yeah, those
Oh,
bloody
no!
skulls are still around. The bloody skulls are still around.
That would be a 9.
A 9.
Oh, that wasn't the skulls?
As you know, well, you don't see any skulls. As you run into the room with your battle axe ready, the thorns kind of like vanish. All the bodies that were there kind of like drop to the floor in this mess of like gore and like blood. And as the blood is all across, seeping all over the floor, you slip on it, coming in with your battle axe.
No.
And yeah, you land on your butt. You don't take any damage,
But
you land on your butt.
I play it cool and I start rifling through the body, seeing if I can find anything.
Nice.
it was intentional.
Very, very good.
She's my moves back there when I was dodging.
So in this room, as you're going through now you're in the room, you can actually like look around and you can see that this room is lit up because there are lanterns around the place. There are crates and barrels in the room as well. The skulls that Snickle had seen, that only Snickle knew about, are no longer in the room. In terms of like what you can find in there, you find on the different warriors, you find not too much money. There's only 14 gold pieces. However, from the ugly spider dude, you find a silver key around his neck. And that's it. In terms of what's in the barrels and the crates, if you want to look, there's loads of food and water. The food has been cured so it can last for up to 600 days. So it's well preserved. So you're talking like your dried meats and dried fruits and nuts and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's good sustenance.
Any
I
muffins?
put it in my
Any
purse.
muffins? No muffins, because how do you know any muffins that can last for 600 days?
Bran.
Bran muffin, yeah.
The worst
May
kind
not-
of muffin.
Yeah, the worst one. It's like at that point where you can't tell, like, is this a blueberry muffin or is this fungus? Like, I don't know at this point, but meh, it looks the same.
Just eat around
Bunch
it.
of bran haters. Bran muffins are delicious.
You can't poop good? What?
Right.
I
So
love a bran muffin.
that's where you're at in this room.
I would like to come up and peek around the corner for 9C.
Yeah, so 9C in here, you see there are some barrels in this room, but they are very old. They're rotting away. One of them used to have ale in, and you can actually see where the wood is rotten away. The ale is kind of leaked out onto the floor. Kind of smells a bit like a pub at the end of the night. But what is interesting that there is a table, a stone table in the middle of the room, and on that table there is a wooden chest.
Okay, interesting.
I've
going
played
to.
this video game before.
Yeah, I've seen Indiana Jones. I'm going to take my short bow and shoot the chest.
Okay. Do you want to roll the attack?
Yeah, so we've got 23.
Yeah, that
22.
That hits. Regardless of the damage, yeah, the arrow just hits the chest.
You have a silver key, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
Immediately forgot about the
we've got a chance to make it. Maybe the key will work. I'm gonna go try to put it in the chest.
And we have a rogue.
Yeah, that works.
Excellent.
The chest opens. Inside the chest, there's 100 gold coins.
Wow.
Can we get the Zelda sound, please?
I can't do that from my face.
Whilst that's going on, I'm gonna go up to Snickle.
I can make the sound of the fairies.
Hey.
Yeah, you go to Snickle and
and ask, do you want to wear that as a sort of trophy, or shall I deal with it?
Wait, what?
The blood. You're covered in blood.
Oh. Okay, for now. Thank you.
well, you don't. He's asking if you want it cleaned up, or you're just gonna keep it.
Oh, is it? Oh, I mean, yeah. So, Sandara, what do you think? Does the blood bother you? Or should we keep it?
Honestly,
It might be dripping on you.
My opinion.
It might be
Oh
dripping
yeah, no,
on you.
you're not allowed on me like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yes, clean
But you
it
look
up, please,
badass.
if you don't mind.
Shape water. That's the blood off.
Nice.
I'm green again.
I'm going to struggle with this chest and get it out to Thundara's bag of holding and start dumping it in.
And not just take the money.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
100 gold, that's heavy. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
I have 9 strength.
But you took the whole
I don't
chest.
I don't have a bag of holding. So.
Who does?
CG is on
I'm
it.
gonna carry this.
Oh.
It ain't gonna be me.
So if you would like to use my purse, you have to ask nicely.
Okay, I'm going to leave this chest with full of gold right here, and you do with it what you please. And I'm going to go back into the room and poke around at some things because I'm annoyed.
I leave it there.
Okay. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Callie's like, money?
Money? Don't mind if I yes?
Nice. Okay, that's a perfect point in which to take a quick break.
Yep.
We will meet back here in about 5 minutes, if that's cool with everybody. All right, take our breaks. So guys, thank you very much. We'll be back in 5. 4. Welcome back, everyone.
Marshmallows are made from the marrow of goblins.
Oh dear lord. Alright, hi everyone, how you all doing? Welcome back. I hope you've got yourself a drink and snacks. We're gonna continue where we left off. We have just genocided all of these bugbears and thugs and whatever else. What are we up to now, everyone?
They liberated them from this mortal coil.
Mm-hmm. Liberation. That's what they call it.
I want to go
Thundara.
over to those.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kim, you're speaking.
Kim is speaking. Kim, speak.
I was just gonna say that I wanted to go over to those bugbears way over there and say I didn't need to know how many eyes Xanthar has to get to your side, you little bitches.
There's two bugbears that are over there kind of turn around and they look at you and they're like, how did you get here?
Ma'am? This is the Wendy's.
By my own wits and skill, I didn't need to answer any of your questions. And I just walk away.
Yeah, whoa, what happened to our friends?
She walks away.
Friends? Did you say
She
friends?
comes back.
Yeah.
What happened to T Huggy? And Gary? Gary and Fred were getting married. Where are they? Why do I smell something burning?
No, they were
I can plan their party!
that you could have. They're dead.
Not anymore.
Oh, right.
So these
They
bugbears
must have
now.
attacked you or something. You wouldn't just sneak up on a group of campers and kill them for no reason, right? Right?
Hey,
So these bugbears aren't going to make to attack you because you've just destroyed
watered.
all of the bugbears in the vicinity. So they're like, we're just going to keep guard on these doors. We didn't see anything.
One of them's
Yeah,
having
no
an
one was here.
existential crisis, like, I don't know what to do.
I didn't realize this was you being friendly because of intimidation. I thought we were just friends. You said friend.
No.
Not
Talking
you.
about my dead friends?
Yeah,
Mercy,
he's talking
you
about.
said friend.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
didn't
gonna-
you?
Yeah.
Didn't you call after me and say?
No, he said, "Where's my friends? What happened to my friends?"
You said me and my friend
Oh!
got over here without solving your riddle, and then he's friend, and you thought he said,
Oh.
"Wait, friend."
I thought he said, "Wait, friend."
Wait, friend. You were like, "I'm friend. I'm friend."
I'm gonna walk over to Marcella, holding the two daggers that I've pulled out and washed off, and hand them over and be like, just in case you want to throw these at them.
I take them back, and I just had like a single tear, and I turn around, walk away, and don't start with violence.
I'm gonna come over and poke the bear a little bit. So just for future,
Anna's
just
going to
for
be the
future
bear,
reference.
so you know.
Okay. Just for future reference, how many eyes does Xanathar have?
I've never met the guy.
What was that?
I never met the guy.
And how would you know if I answered the right answer?
You weren't ever supposed to get over here to ask the question. Sometimes we just say shit. We're in a dungeon. My friends are dead. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna guard this door.
Perhaps this life isn't the best for you. Maybe you should find a different path in life.
Nobody
Maybe you
sleeps
should
on a
go
higher
with your friends.
bugbear.
This is CG's goal in life. What's the what's your persuasion on this one, mate?
Soon he will be the only adventurer left, thus making him the best.
He'll make all the Vagjazzle
12.
leave as well. 12. I mean, they challenge with a 5. So, if you can bring it home, I mean...
I always wanted to be a baker, but there's not a hairnet big enough.
Well, there's a big city above us. I'm pretty sure you could find a hairnet. Why not go up to the surface and see if you can find an apprenticeship in a bakery? Perhaps.
You could use a fishing net.
A fishing net? Would you write me a letter of recommendation since you killed all my friends?
Wolverine used to be a baker.
I did used to be a
Really?
baker.
Oh my god!
He used to clean the bakery. He never stayed there long enough to actually learn the arts of baking.
But they loved him!
They did. He swept the floor 2
Smell like
times.
s'mores.
He swept the floor 2 times.
Yeah, you'll start with the floors, and then you'll move on to mixing and stuff like that. So you'll work out.
I'm basically a giant mop. I think I could do that.
All right.
Well, there you go. That's the right attitude.
Drops his spear. I'm tired of this. I need to find a therapist.
So the bugbear
Have you tried
leaves.
BetterHelp?
So the Anna bugbear leaves, and the other bugbear, who's his friend, says, "Oh, you wait up. Maybe they've got a job for me there too. I could do things. Bodyguard. The bakeries need bodyguards, right?" And runs after it. But as it does, kind of turns back to Welverin and says, "As many stars as there are in the sky. That's the answer."
Thank you.
And then they leave.
That's a lot of eyes.
Oh. And they're full of gas.
Gaseous eyeballs. Okay. So they're out of the
Well-
picture. They're gone. They leave.
I from over here yelled to Welverin, "Were you going to say something?"
I'll come back over. Yes, I was going to say that, it is your preference that I call your bag of holding, which is what it is, a purse. And so, in respect of that, I will call it a purse. It is purse.
Yes, I know. What would you like to ask me?
Nothing.
Is the 100 gold still just sitting there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the
Well, I'm not going to do it because now you want me to.
I push Welverin. I push him down.
And I'm just going to be like, ooh, 100 gold. And pick up the gold.
Brilliant. Okay. Where to, guys? What's going on now? Well, we don't have combat anymore.
We haven't looked at 10D.
So what is this hallway?
That
That's
was
trapped.
That's the booby-trapped
Yeah.
hallway that they couldn't get through. That's why
But
they
you did
walked
just-
around.
I saw Callie run all up through there.
Yeah.
Probably have to address that.
No.
I was trying to. Listen.
Point it out.
Hey guys, what's this?
What's
What
going
is
on?
this? Oh, it's candy.
What happens if I push this
Do.
button?
Wang.
I follow.
Okay, so you're heading over down to 10D.
Yes.
Okay.
10D's nuts.
10D's nuts.
Got him!
I like it. So this room it has been caved in, and you can see the rubble on either side. However, these little passageways have been dug out of the rubble so that you could pass through. The passageway to the east, well, east to the right-hand side, is clearer. The passageway down to the south will require more effort to open up. Someone like Snickle could get through, but Thundara would not be able to get through unless you spent some time kind of like removing some of the rubble and to make the pathway a bit bigger.
Cool.
You Eldritch blast it open.
Remember that? Remember how long it took him? Remember how long it took him?
Yeah, there's a lot of tunnels.
Yeah, I can just walk around.
That was the ground.
If we want to just explore and then exit again, like it's a closed room.
Okay, so
You
you're
should
heading
go,
down.
like,
Oh
where are
wait,
you
did
heading
we
down?
already see what was in 10D?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was what I just described.
Oh.
Other than the tunnels, though.
Yeah, it's like it was a cave in. There was a cave in, but they've kind of like dug out through the tunnels. All right, so you're going down. You're going down here. Okay, so in 11A, what you notice now, what's actually very different, where the rest of the tunnels was just like, I guess, just like hewn stone. As you kind of walk down the corridor across 11A, that section there, all of a sudden the walls have like I guess paintings all across the side of them, and if you take a look at these paintings, you can see there's like pictures of wizards on the walls, and you can see kind of like tells a story. So you have like a wizard who's kind of like looking wise and smart and all the rest of it, and then there's some kind of I guess I wouldn't really call it explosion, but there's like an event that takes place, but it's kind of depicted as some kind of like explosion, and then you see the wizard kind of starting to look crazier and crazier and crazier, and you can actually even see that there is the spell book in which the wizard holds. There's one panel of this painting where the spell book is just like explodes into this green light, and you see the wizard in different pictures on the wall kind of turn into some kind of weird creature, and then that's kind of like the whole story, that this wall, as you follow it round, takes you up across that corridor, and that's kind of like what you see.
Do we? Is there anything
Someone in
like familiar
pajamas.
about it?
No.
Okay.
Actually, wait, you're checking. Can you roll a history check for me?
Sure. Where's my 20?
Maybe Thundara overheard something.
Ooh. History is intelligence +1. That's a dirty 20.
So,
Ayo.
against all odds, at some point in your past, when you were in a pub having drinks, and at a table beside you, there were a group of wizards who were chatting. And they were studying an event that happened hundreds of years ago, which was where the weave is like effectively the thing that that is magic in D&D, right? It's called the weave. It's like the thing that basically holds all the magic power, right? Everyone who has magic power, that magic comes from the weave. But at some point, centuries ago, there was a war, and the weave basically just like got out of control, and all magic users got really fucked up and affected by it. And these wizards were studying that in like their history class or whatever, and they were having a conversation about it over some beers. And you heard this thing about like wizards going crazy, that's madness, and you were just like, fuck this, it's nothing to do with me, Thundara doesn't give a shit. And that's lodged somewhere way deep in your subconscious. Now, with your renewed intelligence, that kind of thought just pulled itself back out of the depths of your mind, and you're just like, wizards going crazy, hold on a second, breakdown of the weave, what the fuck? And then you're just like, oh, okay, cool.
I recite it flawlessly, like it's just mind spilling out of my mouth without any, like, I don't have control over it. It's just
Of course.
spewing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look very shocked over at Zehas.
I love that.
I'm gonna look not shocked at all because I knew that Thunder.
And I'm just gonna be like, the weave, what, like their clothes?
We like their hair. It's a wig. But like right after I'm done spewing, I just start filing my nails against right on the
Nice.
this historical depiction.
Love it.
Okay.
So do with that what you will.
Well, I don't know what to do with this information.
Did your leaf book tell us anything, Zehas? Your leaf Bible?
Oh. And I'll get the book out and I'll flick it open and I'll start looking for
Take a leaf out of
a
his
quote. And I'll
Anything
land
about-
on.
Crazy wizards and stuff?
Well, there was this one time that the front said to me, "Waves crash loudest before they fade." Perhaps the wizards are like the wave that crashed loudly and faded in some way. Seems like maybe they used to be more powerful.
I lean in towards Snickle and the rest, and I say, "This seems pretty unbelievable."
Let me consult my leaf.
Oh, I love
What's
it when these
going on?
make friends.
What's going on up here with 11B?
Okay, 11B. So
As I walk by,
Mhm.
as I walk by, I want to touch every single painting.
Okay,
I just want to like.
that's cool. So you
Okay.
can see light coming from 11B flickering. So obviously these all areas aren't very, they're not really lit. So those who can see can see. Those who can't, there's like a torch. Someone is holding a torch. But there is a light flickering coming from 11B. So if you're going up to 11B, how do you approach? You're muted. I can't hear anything you're saying.
He approaches quietly.
Yeah. Cautiously with Eldritch Blast ready in case there is a hostile
All right. Do you want to
person or thing in here.
roll stealth for me?
That is an 11.
Yeah. Okay. So as you kind of quietly kind of tiptoe, just looking around the corner, I can tell you what you see in the room. So you
Okay.
can see that from where you look, you can see there are some floating lights in the corners of the room. They obviously look magically lit lights that, not actual fire. There are some bookshelves across the room, but they're empty. There are desks that line the wall. You can see that there is a banquet table at the bottom of the room, and it's full of food. And I mean, that food looks good, and it smells good. You also notice, what the hell? Ad blocker. You also notice that above that table of food on one of the walls, there is also a huge portrait of Hallister, the Mad Mage, smiling. But what you do notice, just from where you are in the corner, you can see there is a chair, a huge oversized chair in the top of the room. You can't see who's sat inside, but you can see basically a pair of legs. Someone is sat there, but you're just not far enough in the room that you can make out who that person is. But there is somebody in this room. And they haven't,
Is it Alistair
they're not
Mad
aware
Mage?
to your presence as of yet.
I just want to say
I'm
I'm
going-
right behind Welvrin to stop him from doing anything crazy, and crazy is defined in my brain as attacking.
Okay, I'm gonna yell in and say, "Look, partner,
Partner.
we're gonna come in here, and we don't want any trouble, and you don't want any trouble, so we're gonna be real cool about this, all right?"
To which I respond, "You could fucking not."
Listen, guy, I'm coming in this room. Be cool about it.
Why would you want to come into my room?
Well, it's clearly
I'm
set up
naked,
for
I'm
guests.
changing, go away!
Oh no, we're dealing with a preteen. It's worse than we ever could have imagined.
I'm going to like keep creeping in to try and like see the person.
Again, I'm gonna tell you, please leave my room.
Well, friend, they're asking so nicely.
But I want in.
You are a little bit of a fucking toxic man. I don't know how you ended up in this group.
The winds of servitude, please remove this invader from my space.
So, Melvin, as you enter the room, you see that there is this. You have to remind me now, Anna. What's your race? What's your species?
I am a human.
That's it. Oh, are you? Yes.
Human.
So you see,
I'm a human.
there is a human woman sat in this oversized chair, overlooking the room. She has food beside her. She has kind of like adventuring gear in various stores, backpacks and stuff around her. She looks very comfortable. She's been here for a while. You have absolutely no idea what the hell is going on. You don't see anything, you don't hear anything, but all of a sudden you feel like a sharp blow to the back of your knee. You take 3 points of damage as you kind of like drop to the floor as the back of your knee is just taken out.
Shoo shoo.
Can I come in and say, "Hey girl, looks like you're having a party"?
Yes. A solo party. I'm an introvert.
I don't know what that means. Let's be friends. I love parties and I love to plan them. We could do it together and we don't have to invite anybody else. It's okay, but like, can I just like be a friend? I want a friend, but I want a friend. I need some sort of form of friendship.
Friends are weaknesses. You might want to work on that. You should be okay being alone with yourself, which I would love to be alone right now. Can you leave me in my space?
Marcy,
Being alone
Marcy,
with
can
one-
you roll me a dexterity saving throw, please?
What the heck? Being alone with oneself does not mean ha.
So
Ha.
what happens?
Being alone with oneself. What happens?
So what happens?
What
is,
happens?
as you're having this conversation, you feel, you don't see, but your senses are so heightened with all of your monk training, you feel a slight movement in the air around you, and you reach out your hand, boom, and you grab hold of something tangible. It is invisible, you cannot see it, but it is there. You grab hold of this thing that was coming in to attack you, and you stop it dead in its tracks as you're just like, boom, right?
And my
I
eyes
wanna-
widen because I haven't seen that before. Just,
I want to put it in front of her and say, "Doesn't seem like you're alone. Now does it?"
I mean, you're kind of just shaking the wind at me, so it still seems like I'm alone, but, what's up? You want some food from the buffet?
I run buffet.
Ding, dong, dong.
I'm gonna.
Jesus, how
Buy
many-
a buffet.
Gods
Wild
above, how
shape.
many of you are there?
1, 2, 3, 4. I don't count Welvin. 4.5.
4.5.
4.5.
Did you cut somebody in half?
No, we have 2 very small people.
Me and Snickle count as one.
Alright, tell you what, you can come in here and you can have some food, but I really do. This is kind of my room. I found it. It's my room, so get some food, but then please leave.
Very nice. How'd you find it? It's nice. I like what.
Would we like to? Maybe we can just sit down, and enjoy in silence together.
Silence.
Together
That
meditation.
doesn't sound like you,
Silence.
Marcelli. Oh, no,
For
I
a
don't-
short spell. A short spell.
I hear that, Kelly. She's talking to you.
I heard that.
I'm gonna wild
I come-
shape into a cat
Oh.
and head towards our new friend. So I'll wild shape without being seen, and then I'll come in as a cat.
Why did you guys try to drown this animal?
I have never seen that animal a day in my life.
So, funny thing, there's 24,000 cubic feet of water in this room. I don't know why it was there, but there's 24,000 cubic feet of water in this room.
So there's
Do you know anything about the wall?
That's a new one. I know that there's bugbears out there. I haven't found the
Oh.
indoor swimming pool.
Oh, nope. there's not bugbears anymore.
Oh, really?
We took care of those.
Huh. Interesting.
So, what's your name?
I'm Midna, and your name? Just kidding, I don't
Marcella.
care.
Well, you are not nice.
I get right up to them. Right up. I say, "You're not polite. I
You're-
kinda like it."
You are very false. Shall we say other things that are true?
I'm gonna
I
shout
love this
over-
game. Yes, we should.
I'm gonna shout over that it's not fair that you like it when it's not me.
I
Being
interrupt him
polite.
and say,
I'm
"Stop
polite.
talking."
I
gonna
asked you 3
saunter.
times to leave me alone. She just rushed in for food. I can tell that although she is brightly pink, the brightness doesn't go to the attic.
I take out my quarterstaff and I go over to her and point it right at her neck.
I I kind of move the quarterstaff. I say, "It's okay, don't pretty funny."
You see, this right here is why I don't like people coming into my space. This is what always happens. So again,
'Cause you're
food there,
rude.
Please leave. As you can see,
'Cause you're
there's
rude.
nothing else here. These are my bags. Fuck off.
What's with the
Well, I
picture
don't-
on the wall?
The what?
The picture on the wall.
Yeah, that was here before that was here when I got here. I don't.
Do you know anything about it? Or the pictures on the wall outside in the hallway?
Well, I mean, it looks like some dudes did stuff they weren't supposed to do. Look at Welvrin. And they suffered the consequences.
How'd you get into this dungeon?
I went down the tunnels. How did you get in this dungeon? Like, there's kind of only one entrance.
As
Wait,
I wasn't
Whoa.
born here.
I would like to hand Midna a big ol' whatever piece of food that is in this room, just like we're besties, and I'm just grabbing it.
Hand her a piece of jewelry from your hair.
Fuck that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank
Still have my
thank
quarterstaff
you
out.
for this. Just like so with the quarterstaff. Thank you.
Well, Pandora pushed it away a little bit, but I'm still like, Waiting.
I'm gonna saunter up
As Cat.
Cat Hass, and
Cat Hass.
I'm gonna sit at your feet and say, "Hello. I am given to understand that lonely people like cats. Would you like me to sit in your lap?"
Are you actually speaking a language I can understand, or is this all just meowing?
No, this is, he can speak,
yeah.
he can speak common.
And you're
Birds can speak
mustachioed?
now.
Yeah, mustachioed
He's
cat.
a wet. Is he a wet cat?
He's a wet mustachioed cat.
A wet cat with a mustache.
It's like slightly blue hued.
He has the curl
You
in his
got-
hair.
You guys have seen Blue's Clues, right? It's like that, but a cat.
I don't really have the ability to wash these clothes, so thanks, but I'm good.
Well,
What
I can
in the
hover
hell does
around your
that
feet
mean?
then.
I don't want to
understand
get
that-
fur on my clothes, sir. Why are you still in my
mean-
room?
I lean in to sniff her to see if she's ever washed her clothes.
It's important
I
for
send
the
it out on
lore.
occasion. Personal space bubble.
Mm. I go back to the buffet.
Smart lady.
I follow Thundara.
Okay, good.
Are there any muffins
I'm
on
going
the
to stay at
buffet?
your feet because I understand that cats can reduce heart disease.
Good for them?
No, in you.
In me. Yeah. Okay. I would probably take the heart disease over whatever this is.
Party! Marcy!
While
Party
I'm
player.
at the buffet, I'd want to like look
I tried.
around and like see if I notice anything weird about like her bags or anything in her or the food.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how many bags she had, like how many backpacks.
I mean, you can just see there's like 2 bags there. Can you do an investigation for me, Thundara? But we'll do it like as just a visual investigation because you're just kind of like looking around.
Going through her bag.
Yeah,
Would that be
that's
passive?
intelligence. Wait.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, investigation. It's
Is
an
there any way I
actual
can
roll.
jump on this because the whole cat gambit was to get close
Yeah,
So
of
that-
course.
at like
You
a
both
low
can.
level
We'll
I
take the
can
best
see.
one.
I got 15.
15.
Natural.
Nice. So as you
Natural.
kind of like look around, you see the backpacks. There's 2 backpacks in the room. Those backpacks are definitely like adventuring gear. Like we're talking like adventuring like party backpacks, like the ones that you guys have. Right? They all come from the same bloody shop, right? Everyone goes in, comes out with your adventuring backpack, with like a bedroll and some, supplies and all the rest of it. Acme backpack for adventurers. But you can see what's interesting in this case is that there are 2, and there's only one of her. So that instantly is like, okay, interesting. That's about all you notice.
She probably won't tell us right away because we don't really know her.
What about that guy that we found in the closet?
What about Keith? We're Marcy and I are at the buffet. I say she's kind of a bitch. She reminds me of my mother. I miss my mother.
I look at her and I say, I agree, she is kind of a bitch. And it does remind me of your mother, and I don't miss her. She did not approve of me very well.
She didn't approve of anybody. A little tear. She's not dead. Just miss her. I don't.
I'm going to say to... Is it Midna?
Yeah,
Midna.
Yeah.
I can kind of see where you're coming from. A lot of the group I'm traveling with knew each other before we came together. I, like you, was someone who preferred isolation. I live in the frozen north. that's pretty isolated, if you don't know it. So I
Isolate.
can kind of understand where you're coming from.
Great. It's so wonderful to be understood by a wet, blue, talking cat.
Well, I'm actually a druid, but
Oh!
obviously you're an adventurer. I see the backpack, so you know druids, I would imagine.
I've come across a few.
You know what I
You're down
think?
here by yourself?
Do you see anybody else here?
No, but I do see another backpack.
There's a lot of adventurers down here. I just happened to find it.
But this one has your name on.
Yes.
In fact,
That one is mine. That one I found.
And this one has the label "My Lover" on.
I don't judge
think-
the people who have rendezvous in dungeons. That's if I judged everybody who came into a dungeon, that would take all of my brain cells.
I think, based on the fact that you made the comment that friendship is a how did you word it? Like a hindrance? Like how did
Weakness,
you word
hindrance.
it? I'm trying to say a weakness, thank you. That friendship is a weakness, that you had once a friend that you do not want me to replace, and that you miss dearly. That is who this backpack belongs to. And I don't believe you.
I rolled a 22
Okay.
on insight.
Okay. From this conversation,
Snickle, take out your leaf.
On
Yeah.
on
I was
lying
actually
about the
going
backpack,
to.
basically.
yeah. So the whole thing about like, oh, you had a friend, blah blah blah, and she's just like, no, yeah, she doesn't really. She's like, yeah, that's
No,
that's it.
my insight was from the thing I.
Oh, what did you say?
Like, and she said, "I found that backpack." That was when I did the insight.
Yeah, no, that you can tell that she's lying about that.
But it isn't
Can
her
I-
friends.
Is she distracted by like Thundara and Marcella?
Yeah,
for me
I
to,
wouldn't
like,
say
sneak
distracted.
through
I
her
mean,
backpack?
she's sat in her chair and she's talking, like she can see you all. She's
Is
talking
it
to
a
you all.
swivel chair?
But it depends what
Probably
you're
more
trying to do.
I'm a bit more distracted by the blue cat that's sitting near me because he's a bit closer and he's in my space.
What is it you want to do, Callie?
Sneak through the second backpack that's not hers that she claims she found.
And you'd have to divert her attention further because those are right near the chair and she is in the chair.
Look at this mouse. Let's fucking loose so Zehas can.
I was just about to say that. Start making chaos chasing the mouse around.
Well, she knows I'm a druid now. That wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I don't have animal instincts.
Been down here in these dungeons too long, eh?
But I will carry on and I'll say, it's okay. I understand. You don't know me from Adam. You don't know any of us. So you don't have to tell us the truth. But I know that wasn't the truth.
Okay. I'm a little uncomfortable now. Like, not only have you invaded my space, but now you're questioning me. So,
therapy.
can you guys just, like, load up and get out? I'd really like to be alone.
Hey, Zehas, tell her about your frond.
Would
With
you
fronds like
to
these,
hear-
who needs enemies? Am I right?
Yes, the frond can be a friend. It is a very calming kelp.
Oh.
Yes,
Would you like to learn about his Lord and Savior?
although actually
I'm just-
none of you actually know. You've just seen the book. So none of you even know what these quotes are.
Yeah.
He's like a Jehovah's Witness with his leash.
Midna just kind of looks up at the ceiling like, God, what? Why? Why?
Why
Why
me?
is this happening?
Why me?
I was just here, minding my own business. These people came into my space. I offered them food. They won't leave. Why won't they leave?
Well, okay,
So-
as far as I'm concerned, you don't seem to need rescuing. You don't seem hostile. So, if
Why would
you're
I
not
need
willing to tell
rescuing?
us your story, then I guess we'll just partake in food.
A story? once upon a time, there was this guy, and he was thirsty. He picked up a glass of water. He drank the glass. It quenched his thirst. But then he looked at the bottom, and there was a cockroach. The end.
Ew.
So I mean this as disrespectfully as possible. You came down here just the same as us. You laid claim to this room that we could take from you very easily, I'd imagine. And you're being an asshole about it. What's up with that? You found this bag. What's your deal?
Well, I came down here because rumors of treasure, but then ran into a bunch of bugbears, stumbled into this room, and this room basically has endless food and shelter, so I don't have to pay rent. I don't have to buy groceries. I'ma stay here.
Endless food.
For the rest of your life?
I mean, have you tried to buy a house recently?
Yes. Oh my god.
Too close to home.
Also, there's these invisible fellas who your friend Justers at Marcella had an interaction with, and they kind of do whatever I tell them. It's a pretty sweet deal.
Ordinarily, I would say that perhaps this isn't the right path for you and that kind of stuff, but maybe this is the right path for you, just staying here by yourself.
I'm having a great time.
This to me, there's limitless food here, and you're hoarding it. This
good,
to
a man's
me
talking.
is the problem with capitalism.
I go up to the table of food and I'm like evaluating.
Ooh, broke out.
Tingles.
Oh no,
Okay.
no, 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 no.
Talk slower. You just gotta talk slower and at your mic. Or pull your mic closer, maybe?
I go up to the table. I feel the wood. I'm looking for magic. And then I take all of the food off of the table to see if it actually is an endless supply of plenish.
I mean, it's not instantaneous.
Where does it come from?
The thing about hot dogs is you don't ask where they're from. You just eat.
Is there hot dogs?
Can you please put those plates back on the table? You can have the food.
I put the plates back on the table, but I do
Thank
put the
you.
food into my purse.
That's fine.
So it's the plates
It
that are
happened this
magic.
morning anyway.
Did I feel any magical?
You have to detect magic. Do you have that? Do you have a spell slot available?
Yes. I do. I don't remember where it lives though.
I think Welvern should scare the shit out of her with fire and get her to talk.
I
I
detected
needed a
the
nap
magic.
2 fights ago.
Yeah, you did it. You got detect magic.
Mhm.
Yeah, cool. Can you
Yeah.
also roll me an Arcana check as well?
Yeah.
You can have advantage on it.
Okay. 16, 17. 17.
So, the table and all of the plates in the dishware, the bowls, all have magical properties on them. They have been enchanted, but you know that they are connected together, and they are the things that are responsible for the food, basically just appearing every day. Food will appear as long as those plates are on this table and this table is in this room. The magic is all connected. You can see the lines of magic, and you know that if you took it away, it would stop working.
I look over to the group and I'm like, it sounds to me that she's a prisoner.
Do I hear
Maybe
that?
she should.
I
maybe
mean,
she should
she's
go
saying
take
it
a
out
rest.
loud in a room. Yeah, you hear it.
I'm not a prisoner. I am here of my own free will, and you
Then leave
also
the
have
room.
free will, free to leave. I don't want
Yeah.
to. There's bugbears out there and some weird
But
spider dude.
We killed
killed
them.
We killed them.
Just step
We killed
outside
them.
of the door. You can come right back in. I don't give. Just step
Don't
outside the door.
go out to exercise or anything? All this food. What's your regime?
I don't think that's any of your business, Mr. Cat.
That was kind of a rude fucking question, Zay.
She looks great.
Just step outside the door.
If you guys go first, I don't want to be kicked out of my room.
We'll go out together.
How do 6 people fit through that hallway?
Squeezy.
By holding hands.
Have you washed yours recently? I don't know you.
He's made of water.
You don't do your laundry.
I have it sent out. There's invisible servants all around me.
So how long have you been here?
I mean, I can't exactly see the sun. I've kind of lost track of the days.
Oh,
A while.
You gotta touch
You know-
some grass, my guy.
Many
I'm allergic
nights
to
then.
grass, and you're insensitive.
I said the insensitive one.
Oh god, it's worse. We're dealing with a Gen Z. I step outside outside of the room.
Okay.
I want to put
Nice.
my hand out to her as a way of like, come on.
Cammy.
I stop and I move towards the entrance where Callie is currently, and I kind of just stand there with my arms crossed, like, you first.
Cammy.
Or like to Callie?
Do
or-
any of us, the rest
I
of
was
us,
just
know
standing
about
next
the...
to you.
Oh, okay.
Only
I can do it.
Thundara knows about the food.
Okay.
She hasn't told any of you.
I don't know how to tell that. But I am luring her to the door. Come
Which I'm just
in.
following. But following.
Wait!
Thundaras.
Wait! I cast command.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Now we're talking.
I
Will you play your flute?
guess
That was really
I
cute.
can-
Come here, wait!
I cast command. I back my ass up. I'm out of the room.
Right, hold on. It doesn't work though. It doesn't just work straight away.
You gotta do a save thing.
Yeah, she's got to do a wisdom saving throw.
And you gotta play the flute, right?
And her wisdom is +3, so...
Come here.
And what's it against? What's your spell save DC for a bard
I don't
at
know
your
what that
level?
means.
I think it's probably like a 12 or something, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you go to your spells tab, it'll be
Yeah.
at the top of that. Spell save DC.
Oh, it's 13.
Okay, she fails.
Mm.
Come here.
So you can use one word command.
Come here is one word.
Come,
Come here.
interpret it how you like.
Follow?
What? Approach. Whatever. But Thundara, come here.
Obey. Does that like completely wipe any autonomy? Like, am I kind of like, or do I just, or am I still?
You're
wait.
still you,
I don't
but
know where
you
my feet are.
have to follow what she says. But it only lasts for one round, which is basically like 6 seconds.
Make it 10. I need 10.
Well, fine, or whatever. But basically one thing that you can do in a turn order. So you basically, for one round of turn, which with all of these guys might be a minute. So you will, just listen to whatever she says. Well, only that one thing, basically, which she said, which is approach. So you have to go towards her.
And I did, and I'm right in front of you, and I'm just like,
Oh, you can leave the room. That's crazy. And while I'm talking to her outside, those bags sure do look unattended for.
Well, I go through the not her bag.
Okay, cool. In
not her bag.
the not her bag, in there, we're gonna have to assume that you were here. But in there, what you find in this bag is like various clothes and I guess belongings, stuff, but the clothes don't look as though like they're for like a tall person, right? So they mean these clothes look like for one of the shorter species, and also some of the things that you find in there. So like where she is, obviously not a warrior. The different things you find in that bag will be like stuff for either a warrior or a barbarian or something like that.
Copy that. And I want to relay that to Marcella and Welvern before she comes back.
Yeah, I'm just keeping her distracted outside. I'm like, whoa! Die if you left the...
Your mic keeps cutting out, Shasta, a lot.
I don't say anything. I don't say a thing.
Is
I keep quiet.
command a spell where they know?
It doesn't say that they don't know. It's up to me to decide how they behave. So, for me, command is like it's like a Jedi mind trick type thing. So you're just gonna have a little bit of haziness, I guess, maybe a bit foggy of like what's going on.
Most charm effects, you know, after you were charmed.
Yeah. You're right. It doesn't say here like that they don't know.
Well, my mic cut out, but what I was saying was I was talking to her, basically saying, what?
Oh no, you cut out again!
Why? Okay, I
use normal voice. Maybe not
I
Thundera
say,
voice.
I thought you were going to die if you left the room. And like I wasn't, it wasn't a secret that I charmed her or anything.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm a human. I'm gonna die at some point, but with endless food, shelter, and spirits or whatever taking care of me, I feel like I have a much higher chance of survival right here.
I want to go through her bag. Because we already know that the other bag belonged to somebody else that didn't belong to her. So I want to go through her bag now.
Do I hear them going through my stuff?
I mean, yeah, you do now.
No, I'm talking to you. I was talking simultaneous.
Why now?
Why are you rifling through my things?
Why do you notice now?
Right, I was talking to her around the hallway.
Yeah, I mean, before she was like fogged, right?
Okay.
She turned around to come back. She turns around and sees Marcella. Then going through. You can't have endless.
I just wanna.
Yeah, the thing lasts for one round.
I wasn't charming her. I was talking to her in the hall.
I want to own it. I'm gonna own it at this point, and I'm just gonna take her bag, dump it, and say that's for talking shit to my sister, and now we can just visually see everything. So it was in her bag.
I mean, fair enough. If she wants to stop you, she can try.
So great.
Sat on her chair, just getting it wet.
Great. So you guys push your way into
As
my
a cat.
room and you go through my stuff. What are you, the police?
I call Welvern over.
We're
while she's
inspectors.
talking. well, she's,
But, okay, yeah.
Do we
I
see
call Welvern
did
over to
anything
the
come out of
table.
it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Inspectors.
Did anything come out of her bag? That was like what came out of it?
Right. So, I mean, to be honest, it's not going to be anything like that isn't dissimilar to what would be in your own adventuring bags. Clothes.
I'm gonna start picking
food
it up
supplies.
for her and putting it back in.
I want to ask her who the warrior was that she was with.
I'm gonna go over to Marcella and like kind of shoo her away, like, don't touch my stuff. You did enough, you're good. Shoo. And then I'm gonna say, what warrior? I don't know what you're talking about. What? What do you want?
I just want to know about you. Who you are. And be friends.
And be friends.
Listen,
It's amazing.
we are not the people that are going to leave without getting the answers that we want.
And
We're
will
going
annoy you.
to keep bothering you and bothering you and annoying over and over and over and over and over again until you tell us asking. So who was the warrior? Questions. Answer the questions. Answer the questions.
Vagjazzle? No, annoying assholes.
well, Marcy and Callie are all of the plates from the table.
You're taking them
All
all.
the plates.
I'm holding them in a stack and I'm walking. I'm going towards the door.
I like this in the background. You just-
Spirits, stop her! Put the plates back on the table.
Yeah.
Once she opens her mouth, I'm going to cast Fairy Fire, and to cast everything in a blue light.
Yeah. Shasta's closing her
Really?
mouth because she doesn't know what fairy fire is. It doesn't hurt anyone.
I just imagine.
No,
I was like, what
No,
are you doing?
I know, no, it's not Welverin's classic fire. It highlights all enemies in an area and basically gives you advantage against them if they don't save their throw, which these guys won't do.
Yeah.
So you can actually see in the room all these kind of invisible. You don't see them, but what you can see is the outline of them in this kind of haze, in this I guess what color? Blue color?
Blue.
Yeah.
Blue, yep.
A blue color, and they're all basically heading over to stop
What are you doing?
Thundara get out the door.
No, you weren't there. You weren't there.
Where?
Nichols on top of Thundara.
I was already exiting the door.
Yeah, you don't know where these guys were. I just had them like hidden in the room, but they are.
They were
That's
invisible.
weirdly convenient for
Yeah.
you.
But that's exactly what they're doing, right? They just run, they go straight through, and then they're just trying to block you. So you can't see, you just feel like this push, and then Welverin casts the fairy fire, and you see these like blue, kind of like blue circles around. So you still can't see them, but you see the blue thing, and you're just basically being stopped by it.
What if we break the table?
Ghosts.
Yeah?
What if the plates? What if we break the plates?
Whoa, wait.
Why do you want to break my stuff? I offered you food. Please just put my stuff down and go. You're the worst guest ever.
I'm
Ever.
inclined
How
to
are we
agree
guests?
with her at this point. We're
How are we
massively
guests,
invading
though?
her privacy.
You're right. You're more like invaders that I fed. Please leave.
I yelled, that's a
Proving
pretty
my
good
point.
point,
That makes more
guys.
sense.
She's really not wrong. we're kind of being pieces of shit right now.
You come in here, I feed you, you ask me about my fitness regimen, and now you're stealing my stuff.
I'm not stealing. I just wanted to test a theory. I'm smart now.
Where
I
did
thought that
you
was
get
a
the
relatively
bag?
polite question I would ask anyone.
Okay,
We're
fine.
just-
You know what? Fine. The bag came from a dwarven fellow. He was kind of an asshole, and I took it.
No, why you're an asshole, or
Did you
I
kill
wasn't
him?
as big of an asshole as him. Do you know what it's like to have a guy staring at your butt, and he's at the eye level of your butt the whole entire time?
no? but I
yes, he
shared a lot of
rides my shoulders.
Vagjazzle history check. Vagjazzle history check.
What? History check.
History check.
Stormforge.
What
It's
was this dwarf? Did this dwarf
Mustard.
don a mossy beard, by the way?
I tried not to remember. He had some kind of metallic name.
Snickle, you're right.
And
It is the guy.
18 on me, yeah.
Yeah, it is the guy. Welverin, Snickle, you're like, hold on. We just met a dwarf all of about 35 minutes ago. Over the span of 8 weeks ago. But 35 minutes ago, we met a dwarf.
Did you sell
35
him to the
minutes more weeks
goblins?
ago.
semantics.
What?
Did you sell him to the goblins?
What? He ended up with goblins?
That's where
No,
we
I
found
didn't
him.
sell anybody to goblins.
I pull out my leaf at this point. To
Can
see
I-
if
yeah, can I do an
wanna
insight
leave
on
her.
that?
Yeah, you can do an insight.
Not great. 12.
12. You believe it. She didn't sell them to goblins.
Okay.
He's not still around, is he? Did you leave him with the goblins?
Oh, he's around.
Should we kill him?
I mean,
I think
It
that was
honest-
the most in character thing that Kaser has ever said. Should we kill him?
I mean, realistically, it doesn't bother me if he lives. I just don't want him to live near me.
Cause he smelled like poop, right?
Oh my god, you did meet him.
Oh my god! I whip out the bottle of dwarf perfume as I had to spray this on him.
And Zahas suddenly gets it. The Gimp Dwarf! You knew him!
I mean, do you ever really know the people you adventure with?
Well,
I look around, specifically at Welvern, and I'm like, no, I don't.
I got to know him enough to know that I didn't want to know him.
I get that.
Valid.
So
Thank you
can
for
you
your
put these
honesty.
on the table? That's kind of my food source.
Well, I just wanted to see if it would work out here.
It won't.
Did you try it too?
Well, I mean, there is still treasure here, so I thought, adventure, and then I could have food in the morning, but the plate never refilled. It's something about this room, I think.
Do the plates all spawn the same food? Like, if this little itty bitty saucer, does it only ever spawn little, or is
Yeah.
it different every day?
It's just proportional. I've tried making some special requests, and the response has been limited.
Well,
But it's still enough plates and variety that I'm not complaining. I mean, if I was at an inn, it'd be hardtack and gruel, hardtack and gruel, hardtack and gruel. This actually has salt, which is
and
great.
the ghosts that are currently surrounding my person,
If you put the
These are
plates back on the
friends.
table, I can ask them to leave you alone.
so you control them.
Seems to be that way.
Is it apparent...
Make one do the hokey pokey.
You put the plate on the table and you get out my room. You put the plate on the table and zoom, zoom, zoom. Get out.
I put a single plate on the table. Make one do the hokey pokey.
So about that. I don't know their names. I can't really tell one to do a thing. They kind of all do the thing.
All of them are doing the hokey pokey.
have you asked what their name is?
Yeah, that's kind of rude. Did you even ask?
They don't talk.
They don't talk.
We asked your name.
Yeah,
said
and
you didn't.
so when I came into this room and stuff kind of flew around, I was like, the hell are you? And I never got a response, but stuff that I wanted to happen still kept happening. So I just kind of rolled with it.
Where do you poop?
Good question.
That is a good question.
In the chamber pot.
Where's that?
Where do you poop?
It's where the smell's coming from.
Who are you people?
I thought that was her laundry.
Full
What
circle.
kind of
Apparent that the
inspectors
unseen
are you?
servants are a spell.
City
to me.
inspector.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever?
Yes.
So would it be apparent that there might be an end time to that spell, or is it possible to have just infinite unseen servants?
Normally, it would.
Have you ever broken a plate on accident?
I actually haven't had to touch the plates. I asked the spirits of servitude over there, and they kind of bring them to and from, so I haven't really intentionally broken or accidentally broken.
I sit
It's
on the
really
ground.
great.
I don't kind of want to throw one at the wall.
I throw one right on the ground. Just one.
Are you serious?
I just need to know.
It's just one. It's just one out of the 20,
It's just
probably,
one.
that you have.
Unseen spirits, will you please clean that up?
The unseen spirits,
Okay.
you see a blue haze come around, and the pieces of the broken dishware are picked up and taken away.
I feel like we need more answers before we
It's-
leave.
The magic that you detect on the table and through the plates still exists, although now you feel it has been slightly weakened.
Ooh.
wonder if now that plate won't fill.
I'm gonna go take the dwarf's pack and just leave the room.
This is mine now.
Great, don't come back.
Have you called off your unseen servants?
Oh, yes, since Thundara so kindly brought her pack in, they can leave. They're very welcome to leave, as long as they don't take any of the plates. Or my pack.
So I shouldn't say what I...
What do you want to say?
I wanted to pocket a little plate. Well, they weren't looking. But they'd see me. So I shouldn't.
It's not gonna work for you outside the room anyway.
I know, I just kind of
She
want to
told
see
you
what
that.
happens when they're pissed off.
Oh yeah. I mean, they just do whatever she says.
Why did they follow her?
I put the plates back on the table. I say, sorry. I give them all names. I say, sorry, Janae. Sorry, Janet. Sorry, June. Sorry, Jehovah. Sorry, Joanna. Sorry, John. Sorry, Japril. And I leave.
When that happens, Midra, you suddenly now feel an individual connection to each and every single one of the unseen servants. Provided you use the names, you can now command one at a time.
I'm sorry about Jehovah and Japril.
I like that they're all J's. Like, why are they all J's?
Yeah.
I was thinking of the Duggars from 19 Kids and Counting.
I thought
April.
that.
But I couldn't think of any of their names other than Joanna. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Midna.
You're gonna uncat. Yeah, that would be, yeah.
And before I leave, I'm going to say, I'm terribly sorry how this escalated. Usually isn't our intention to be quite so manic. But what I would say is, spells like this typically don't last forever. We have killed pretty much everything on the way here. Perhaps it is worth considering a safe retreat. I will
I'll
leave
definitely
you with that.
take that into account. You're probably the one I like most out of this group. You and the green guy who's done absolutely nothing. You, what's your name?
So Zehas, you would know from some knowledge or research that typically an unseen servant spell only has a duration of 1 hour.
Yeah.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
assuming there's something re-upping it, but it might not last forever.
So, Midna, you came down here. I have a question.
Okay.
Thank you. First, thank you so much for starting to connect with us and answer our questions.
I put the last item back into my bag and I close it like, yep.
I lastly want to point out that I tried to help. That could went a lot better. But that man that's on the painting, right there, Alistair.
Mm-hmm.
You said that you came down here for just the treasure. Like anything about him, though?
I know that this is a place called the Mad Mage's Maze, and I know that there's some wizards who went crazy, but I honestly, I did not look into the lore. I just heard that there was
you were
gold.
supposed to be a spider person.
So I joined up with a adventuring party, and we tried to come down here, but then there were a lot more bugbears than we anticipated.
Wait, who else was in your party other than...
So we're called the Fellows of Daggerford, and honestly, I didn't keep track of all the members. I came here for gold, didn't really care to make friends.
What about the guy?
I got that about you.
Closet.
I was picking up on that. I'm very intuitive.
What'd you say, Callie?
The guy that was in the closet. What was his name?
Oh. Yeah, what was that name?
You remember that guy?
Zahas set him away.
Let's start with L.
Mm-hmm.
Leonard.
Leonard?
Lance.
Was it Kellum or Keelam? I've got the Fine
Kellum.
Fellows of Daggerford.
Kellum.
Yeah, Kellum.
You're right.
Yeah.
Wow, good job, guys.
I could be. I really didn't exchange pleasantries with the people I was dungeon delving with.
So, like, do you have any skills?
Staying alive and finding free food.
I mean this. In the whole, you don't seem like the adventuring type. How did you end up with the fellowship?
Again, have you tried to buy a house recently? I just wanted money.
Desperation, that's all I needed. All right.
Cool.
It was Kellum.
This is really it. We're gonna leave.
Well, we don't have to.
You just wanna...
I just feel like there's something I'm missing.
Was do a long rest and invade the privacy even more.
While Marcella is just talking endlessly to this person, Welford is taking a long rest.
You asked about my fitness regimen. You asked me where I poop.
I just feel like there's something more.
Not everything is a great mystery.
Me too.
Sometimes it's
but I
just
don't-
a lonely person who wants to eat food and be by themselves.
Be alone.
This guy gets it.
We can always come back.
No.
No. Don't come back.
I think you secretly like us.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, you say one thing, but your heart tells me. Let's go.
I think you've got the wrong number.
All right, are you leaving her alone? Or are you gonna still bug her, Marcy? What's your plan?
No, I'm gonna leave, but I'm gonna exit and say that I am okay with alone. But sometimes friends are nice, and you should try that. And I leave.
Fair dues. Everybody else?
Yeah.
I say goodbye to all of the individual ghosty things again.
Unseen servants. How long does Fairy Fire last for? Is that another hour spell?
I
can check. Hold on.
Concentration. Oh, it just says up to 1 minute, so it's long gone.
All right. So it's gone. So you can't see them, and you don't know where they are.
I want to leave her a little wooden trinket.
Oh yeah. Okay. Where are you gonna put it?
Just like at the edge of the door before we leave.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
What does it look like?
Great. A bugbear. A really crappy bugbear.
Wow.
Oh, great. A reminder of why my party fell apart. Thanks.
You don't even like them! You don't give a shit about them!
You're welcome.
How do we get?
Brilliant.
How do we get down to 12?
Well, you can worry about that. You can worry about that next time, as we have come to the end of this session.
Well, yes, and that's fine. But how did we get over here? I don't.
How did you get over here?
And then 8.
You look through the map and look back through where you've ticked all the rooms that you've been in.
Well, yeah, but we didn't come through the traps. We went around a different way.
Yeah.
But
You went
I'm
a
too
different
small,
route.
I'm too big to fit into the
We're
tunnel.
10C.
You went a completely different way. You came down through 1D.
10C.
Yeah, 8, and then you went through 10C.
I didn't see 10C. I was
Okay,
never good at the little.
we're gonna
basics
leave
back
you
of that
in
menus.
corridor. We're gonna leave you in corridor 11. You're gonna stick around in 11A. That's where we will continue the next time. Are you guys around next week? Who isn't around? I know Kim, you're not around. What? Yes. So aggressive.
Yes.
Aggressively. Yes. Yes, I am. Or yes, I am not around.
I am around. I did not end up being needed for work.
Amazing.
So Yes.
Everybody else?
I also think Dirk
What's
and I
the
are
score?
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be around.
No
Got the
CG.
28th.
Mojam?
28th, yeah, Casey.
I might be around next week, but I can confirm.
Okay.
Should be, but might not.
Because otherwise we're on next week. We're not on the week after. And then after that we'll
can't
see.
do that week anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Also, today, but before we go, I went to Dogfest today, which is like a dog festival. Hence the name Dogfest. And you see, where's my finger? Where's my finger? Whoa! I'm not trying to probe the dog. Stevie has a new collar.
I can't see the dog.
Hello, Stevie. Look, she has a new collar. It's all green and
No, I'm
pretty.
here.
Stevie,
Aw.
so pretty.
Hey,
Wait.
girl.
Wait.
Are you all right, Kim? Kim's like, I can't. I need to see. I need to see the dog.
I know. I'm trying to pull up stream.
It's okay. So yeah.
Sorry we
Anyway.
killed you, Anna.
Yeah. Oh my God,
so
Kim.
what's the
Yeah.
procedure?
This time you didn't
Just
attack
see
Anna. You didn't try to kill Anna. It's amazing.
No,
I
we
think if
didn't.
they-
We
Close,
just didn't know it.
Yeah. That's,
I wasn't the
but-
spider person. That was a last minute thing.
Yeah, that
I
was a very
always
last minute
intended to be
thing.
Midna.
It was just in
Okay,
case, in
okay.
case you guys decided to start up a conversation. I was like, I could play this character, but I think Anna would play it much better. And then it just didn't. Yeah, I mean, Snickle just didn't let it happen. It was instant death. You can take a
Snickle's-
moment now,
Hardcore.
outside of initiative order, to have a conversation with this character. Death.
That's a spider. Nope.
Anyways, thanks everybody. That was a great session. Back again next week for more madness. All right.
Bye.
Bye everybody. Bye. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.
Oh,
Hi, everybody raise your hand.
right.